told Ray, I said, Ray, if you fuck up this track team, you should fire your ass. We're going to have butter.
10 seconds.
Butter, Armani, Mike going to run that shit.
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hot-Tronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up on out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man. Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Don't ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they say? They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can. Yeah!
Coach, you on? Hello, good evening. I'm sorry we're a little late. We had some things going on earlier, a little podcast where a brother was talking about some things that got real interesting. And so, but we're here now. And tonight, listen, I've been trying to get this family on here, and they're missing a couple people, but I've been trying to get this family on here for a long time. And the family just, athleticism in this family is just bonkers. It's everywhere, you know. I told one of the guys here, his mom, I said, you're going to be the only person around here with 3 kids that play professional sports. And I think that's a phenomenal thing that happened. And they all did a wonderful job. So with further ado, we got with myself, my co-host, Darren Bird, with this little t-shirt on.
What else you got to say? I'm one on one.
You on time.
I'm on time.
He's on time today.
I'm on time today.
Darren Kenneth Bird is on time today. Okay. And we got my man, George. We call him Bam Bradley. Trotwood football player, former. Went to the University of Pitt. Had a stellar career there. Had a hell of a career at Trotwood. And went on to the NFL. Linebacker. He was a safety for a long time. He was in denial.
And quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback, center, power forward, guard. It was George. He could do it all. And then we got cousin, Greg Moore, Duke. We call him Duke. Trotwood. Hey, man, his career is just, I mean, the things he did at Trotwood, how he transcended and changed the culture at Trotwood, because before that, they were losing. And when Duke and his class got in, they started building things up. And Duke was one of the best 1-2 punch running backs in Trotwood history. UC, stand out. Number 6, I'm going to tell you something else. Duke can do the down the way. I don't know nothing about the down the way. Right. That's some Cincinnati stuff. But that down the way, Duke can dance. Duke was real reserved and quiet when he sing. Duke can sing. He got hidden talent. Right. I just saw a TikTok. Duke was singing. Yeah, all into it. I said, God, is this Carl Thomas? That's Greg Moore. And then we got, man, listen, Mr. Flight himself, Mr. Showtime, Mr. Let me sell out UD Arena in a high school game.
High school.
I ain't talking about the college game.
Yeah, high school.
I'm talking about high school. Pack the house. Pack it. When that epic game with Trotwood and Dunbar, with Daquan, that was a packed house, and you saw Chris coming down and man, just taking off that Flight. That's the same Flight game. Chris Wright, people. Hey, man, let's give it up for him. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate you.
Sports Corner.
Appreciate you.
For my man DB and SMED, Peanut outside running his mouth. We got here in a second. But I'm going to start off with Bam real quick. Bam, tell us a little something about yourself.
Like you said, Bam Bradley, I went to Trotwood all my life. First state championship team, 2011.
Ooh, say that. Bump on that. Bump on that. Hey, wait a minute. Before you go there now, the game we lost the year before, you stood up. Now I'm gonna tell you what leadership is. He stood up in front of the team after we lost the state in 2010. Right? Remember that dude?
Yeah.
He stood up and said, "This is on me. This won't happen next year." And he took the Rams by the horn and led them. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
Well, yeah, that's a true story, man. I definitely just felt like we just gave that game away. I felt like we was a lot better than the team we lost to. So I'm like, man, and I mean, something. Coach Howard, I don't know if y'all remember Coach Howard. He was there.
Mike Howard.
He
Mike
left
Howard.
my sophomore year.
year.
He left my sophomore year, but something he used to tell me all the time, you know, kind of started resonating with me at that point. And he used to always tell me, like, man, don't be afraid to be great. And I didn't ever know what it meant really, but it started to resonate with me, you know, like, you know, don't be afraid to take the next step, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there and be willing to fail to be better than you were before. So, you know, at that point, I kind of, you know, started to feel like that. And then from there, you know, from that day, I went to all the Nike camps and stuff that summer and started to see, like, how well I matched up with these top players all across the country. And I just kind of tried to bring that back when I came home, and like, man, we better than them.
So you basically you said that you didn't. I don't know if you're saying you didn't believe that you didn't know you were that good. You didn't know it because we knew it.
Yeah.
We knew.
Right.
Even
you had a different skill set than everybody else, and a lot of it came naturally. Your physique, your body, your speed. I mean, I go back to that Win the Woods game. You came down on the sideline and hit dude, and his earpiece came out. You know, you cracked dude. Everybody in the stands was like, "Damn!"
Yeah.
You know, you were a hitter. You were big time. So,
But I mean, even now, I look back and, you know, being older, more mature, you played at every level, as you said. I look back on things that I wish I would have did in high school more. Like, I really wish I would have just sat down and talked to JG and Coach Doug more. Like, just sit by myself and just talk to them.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Just learn more stuff than I did. You know, not thinking I knew everything, but I just didn't really know the opportunity that I was, you know, presented at that time. So I didn't take full advantage of it. I mean, I took advantage, but not full advantage. So, like you were saying, yeah, I just didn't really know how good I was, honestly.
Right.
And I feel like I could have been a lot better if I played with the same confidence I played with my senior year. If I would have played with that same confidence my whole high school career. Because, I mean, I remember coming in freshman year and not even wanting to start. Like, when Doug was you about to start. I'm like, man, what you mean I'm about to start? Like, I just was watching Tree and all that. I'm up here watching, and he like, nah, you about to play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but yeah, I didn't know. Didn't really take full advantage until, you know, it kind of clicked in my mind after that camp. For real. It was like, man, you just as good as all these cats.
Yeah, no, you were better.
Well, yeah.
You were better than all those cats. And we used to sit back and look at you like, man, this mug just don't get it. This mug got it, man. He got the it. You know, when you go to college, you know, you all know, for football terms, when somebody calls you a dude, yeah, that means that you're that top guy. When you're that labeled as a dude, and you were a dude in high school.
Right.
You know, I remember in games, little Mike McCray would come over and be like, it'd be a tight game. I remember the Pickle game, and he was like, Mike was cussing, and JG was like, get him out and put Bam at the Y. Put Bam in right now. And you went in and just made plays, you know. But you were a platoon guy. You can go at any position and make it work, you know. Went to Pitt, and I don't think they was expecting what they got out of you at Pitt. And I thought you had a great career. I thought it could have been a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, it still platooned you to the NFL.
Yeah.
You know, you played at the highest level. You played for the Baltimore Ravens, man. I was, you know, being proud to say, hey, man, got Bam over there playing for the Ravens. You know, and then the coach Martindale, who was a Trotwood alum, Trotwood grad and coach. He talked about you. He was very fond of you and what you could do and your skill set. So, I mean, I'm glad to have you on the show. I've been trying to get you here. You got a story to tell, man, and that's one thing about all you guys. You got a hell of a story to tell, Bam. I mean, and kids should hear your story.
Yeah,
kids should hear that, you know, that you didn't think you were that guy in high school.
Right.
And today, like, even though that was, 10 years ago,
Man,
today it done fast tracked so much now. Social media.
that's crazy.
And everything that goes on now, kids are getting ranked. It ain't done nothing. They ain't done nothing. They getting 4 or 5 stars and
Because he's 6'5".
yeah, that's it. Like, well, he's garbage, you know. I want to talk about people's guys.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It show itself, man. You know, like you said, you know, I got to Pitt and it didn't go. You know, if I can be honest, it didn't really go how I thought it would go in my 5 years there. You know, it had its ups and downs. I had some, you know, highs. I had some lows. Had some coaching changes. You know, personality differences. You know, it just wasn't really going how I thought it would go. But like again, I had to have one of those, you know, reckoning moments with myself for my senior year.
You persevere, you fall good, but
it
it doesn't help now. It doesn't help now. You got a mama now that, you know, she walk around hopping because.
Nah, when you in college, I mean, you're not by yourself. But once you get to school, it ain't nothing nobody can.
But the thing of it is, what I'm saying is, you come from a family and a mother that quitting is not an option.
Not an option.
Nah.
Not even a little
That's
bit.
not an option.
Right.
She already been through it, so
She don't even cuss, but you think she cuss.
Quitting, complaining.
Yeah, that's right. She gonna spell it out for you. Oh, HELL, no. You know that's not even an option.
So you can complain and all that.
No, I want to hear it, Bam. Get back out there, you know. So I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, some people don't even really know. I was gonna leave Pitt after my freshman year. Like, I had packed my stuff up. I was like, man, I'm gone.
We got the same story.
Man,
What? Similar story. Different place.
I did. I came home like in the middle of the summer semester. I left. Like, bro, I'm gone. I'm about to transfer, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
This is before the portal. There wasn't no portal. You like to sit
Almost
down.
definitely.
I was gonna have to sit out, you know, whatever. But she talked to my coaches, and when we went back up there, we had a meeting with them and at WHIOU-DAYTON, and she was like, "Yeah, you staying."
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna move over here.
Just let me ask him a question. So, Bam, I went with you on a visit to Penn State,
Yep.
and I really thought that's where you was going. I mean, they laid out the red carpet up there, and they recruited me to the Alabama, and like I thought Ohio State Stadium was loud. But that all white, you know what I'm saying?
that was crazy.
That whiteout game was crazy. And they ended up beating Alabama too. So yeah, it was really crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, I love that visit. Now, you know, I don't mess with that school. It's
Right.
S2P all day, but Joe Paterno was a real good dude to me.
Mhm.
You know, seemed like real genuine, seemed like family. That atmosphere of just like a college town where everybody, like, we went on that visit, people had signs of me. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Like, and the atmosphere was just amazing. I had a great visit to Penn State, and you know, all that stuff kind of started to happen. And
Remember it happened when we came back
in
with
my
Sandusky.
group.
Damn, I forgot that big show here right around your time.
Sandusky.
It was just like one of them things where it was like, man, I can't.
So would you have chosen Penn State over Pitt at that time?
Probably not. Because, I mean, Freeze was at Pitt.
I was gonna say, I know why you wouldn't. I know, if y'all don't know, Freeze is his brother, so family. So Freeze was already at Pitt. Freeze is a freak of nature, you know. This cat was 2-something running the 100 and running with his shirt off all the time. So he looked like a Greek god.
So it was already there. So, I mean, it would have been hard, but that Penn State and Stanford was two places where I'm like, man, this is where I want to go.
Right.
For real. Especially Stanford. But
Yeah,
my mama said no.
You had to
He said, the mayor said no. His
My
mama
mama said no. She said it was too far.
Before I go any further, Freezer, he the only one with a championship ring? Super Bowl ring?
Super Bowl ring.
Super Bowl ring. Because we got championship.
Wait a minute now, I'm just saying because I know.
I mean, I won one overseas.
He's got a Super Bowl ring.
I won one overseas. Yeah, Super Bowl is a different level.
You got championship ring.
Yeah.
About
I
seven.
know you got championship ring.
About 7 of them. Don't leave that out.
I got my state ring. That's it.
That's championship ring.
Got my state
But
ring.
Freezer
I
got.
the Super Bowl ring.
He got the one.
He got that.
He got the
that
One.
Yeah.
I can sit at the family dinner table with
Like
y'all
that.
and just be like,
And
just put and tore things up. Come help me out, SMED.
What we got? Oh, okay.
But I mean, and it's funny that you even bring that up, man, because that's something that bothers me, man. That's stuff that people don't even know. Like, why? Well, how many people you know in Dayton got a Super Bowl ring?
I know 2 people.
Yep.
You know,
Nation
and Freezer.
So why don't
That I know personally.
But that's something that's crazy to me. Like, that's not something that's common.
No.
So why don't nobody know? Why don't nobody broadcast that? Why don't nobody talk about that?
Hey
You know
man,
what I'm
listen,
saying?
I get it, and I'm one, and that's why I'm doing this show.
Yep.
That's what this show is all about, to let people know, the accomplishments that you all have made through sports and everything that you've done. Like again, you got the first state championship ring with Trotwood. Now understand something. Nobody else in this area have gotten a state championship ring. Nobody else has gotten one in a long time. Besides Alter, but theirs was way before Trotwood got theirs.
And theirs wasn't 15-0.
Yeah, theirs wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like that. Valley View was the only other school. Nobody else has it. So.
You can throw CJ in there.
Yeah, but that was back in the early 2000s.
Right.
So, for what you have done, but those are private schools because they can recruit. They recruited Brandon McKinney. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? They recruited Brandon McKinney and Chad Diggs. Oh, are y'all watching? It's all good. But like I said, that's a hell of a dinner table.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a. Wait a minute now. I ain't gonna stop right there
Yeah.
because your Uncle JD,
Yeah.
UD alum, a standout basketball player at UD, Rolf, correct?
Yep.
Standout guy. Y'all, I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's a hell of a. I mean, the arguments at the dinner table, at the family functions, has got to be bonkers, man. Like, well, I got this. I got Duke can say, I got 7 rings.
He do.
I got 7. What you got? You got Super Bowl, man. But my 7 can equate to your Super Bowl. That's what I'm gonna say. I can feel my hands up. Wait a minute, you got 7. How many you got at UC?
3.
And how many you got at Trotwood?
3.
Shit. What y'all talking about, man? What y'all talking about?
And you got 2
And then I got
2 arena.
Look, it's
That's
laid down at that.
Right.
It's right on,
Yeah,
it's right on the top of my.
There you go, right there. There it is. You come to my house here. Look at this. There you go. Yeah. So, hey, man. Woo. This family, y'all don't understand about this, man. So now I'm coming to Duke. Talk to us, Duke. Tell us about yourself.
Well, a lot of people know me as Greg Moore.
No, they
The
don't.
close people know me as Duke. So, yeah, college I was G-Money, you know what I mean? So I went to Trotwood, class of 2003. This is our 20-year anniversary this year, this fall.
Okay.
It'll be 20 years since Trotwood went to the playoff in 20 years.
Damn.
So this year we supposed to be doing something at one of the games. Then I went out to UC. Like Ben was saying, I got a similar story to him. Everything he said is the same story I had in college. I had 3 different coaches in 4 years.
Right.
And then, you got to prove yourself every year to a new coach. I was going to transfer myself because it was right after the Louisville game. Like, I take the team all the way up the field, 80 yards, and they take me out on the 2-yard line and put another running back in, and we don't score. So the crowd chanting, "We want more, we want more." So that next day in the office, the head coach pulled me in there like, "What's going on?" Me and running back coach had a little feud. It was a little situation that happened in the weight room to where I was late to a meeting. But the weight room coach walked me up there to tell him, like, I had him over
Right.
But then he want to tell me, you know, when I tell you to be here, this when you need to be here.
So he got attitude at you.
Yeah.
But the weight room coach, the other coach,
brought me to him.
Brought you to him. Not a pass.
Yeah.
Here. He was with me.
He like, I don't care what you say. When I tell you to be jump, you jump. Then I got in his face like, what? Who you talking to? So the next day I would go to Coach Mark D'Antonio like, hey, I'm out of here, bro. So I called Coach Doug like, because Doug called Jackson State. They like, we'll take him right now.
You know he did.
Coach Doug did. So, long story short, a week go past. I ain't showing up to nothing. Like I ain't dealing with this. So they find me in the classroom and pull me in the class after they met with me in the classroom. Like, hey, the offensive coordinator like, hey, I don't care what he talk about. We need you out here, like. But yeah, I played at UC, won 3 bowl games there, and then I was on the Bengals practice squad.
Yeah, I remember that.
After that, that's when Coach Doug was like, hey, you might as well coach.
Come coach.
Yeah, so then I was carry sidekick for about 12 years.
Don't do that, dude. Don't do that.
I was carry sidekick for about 12 years at Trotwood.
We were Batman and Robin. We were Batman and Batman. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, so
you were a huge part of our success. I'm telling you, we miss you. You are a huge part of our success, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I miss it myself, but you know.
The door always open.
I think we got a reconnection right now.
The door stay open for my guy. That's my hey man, listen. We done done a lot together.
Yeah.
And he done, Duke don't cuss. He don't talk crazy unless he on that headset. And he's going off on me. He was going off on me several times. What I say, dude? I can't. All right, damn, okay, dude. All right, got you. But I needed that, so it's all good. So, when you were at Trotwood and things weren't going well, what, your freshman year or was your
freshman, sophomore, junior?
And then what year did Doug come?
My senior year.
Senior year?
No, he came my junior year.
He was assistant.
He came my junior year, but a lot of people had transferred already. So my junior year, we ended up going 2-8, and then that was the same kind of situation with Bam. Then I'm like, hey, my senior year, I'm not going 2-8, 4 years in a row.
Right.
So our whole team got acclimated, went in the weight room, and my boys, all our 6th grade team started coming back together.
Okay.
Like Freak transfer from
Colonel
White.
Yep.
Jeremiah transferred from Colonel White.
Keith
transferred. Lomax. Yeah. They all transferred from Colonel White.
I was coaching them at Colonel White.
Yeah, they all transferred.
As
from
McCray left, they were like, I ain't dealing with this. I'm gone.
Yeah, so. And me and Jeremiah and all them, a couple of them played Pee Wee together. So.
What was y'all record that year? What y'all finish up?
8-2. It was Return to Glory.
Yeah.
Went from 2-8 to 8-2, and that was the first year we made playoffs in 20 years.
Play Edgewood.
Yeah, we played Edgewood.
At Edgewood.
I had a separated shoulder. I was playing with separated
my toes was frozen that game.
It was so cold out there.
Man, I'm like, man, I'm out there.
Chris, you said you was freezing out there.
Freezing, man.
That was before field turf. They watered that grass in like 10-degree weather. That ground was so hard.
Got you good.
Yeah,
it's all good. But y'all started that. That class started what has been the. Listen. That year was what, 2003, 2002?
2000.
Yeah.
So let me just say this. So for 20 years, Trotwood has not had really a losing season.
Right.
Damn.
The losing season came 2 years ago when COVID hit. That's when the losing season started. But I don't even consider that losing. I think last year was the losing season when the COVID, coming from that, rebounding from that. But one losing season in 20 years, that's 20 years of dominance. I was telling some parents yesterday that Trotwood was 59th in the country in putting kids in Division I schools. A lot of people don't know that. And that's on 24/7. That's a highly respected recruiting site.
Yep.
24/7. And, you two are a part of that number. You two and Freezer. That's man, come on. And that family, man, this family is just, again, I keep telling you, I remember I saw, I don't know, a cousin or brother one time, he played basketball for Trotwood. And which one of these jumping out the gym? Was it your brother? One of them?
I was like, Dion.
Joseph. Everybody like 6'8".
This brother was long, lanky, dunking. I'm like, man, what the hell? I said, what are they feeding this family? Jesus. But to turn that around and then to go where you went, you stayed in those colors, that red.
Yeah.
You stayed in that. I remember you talked to me about you had a chance to go to Wisconsin. Wisconsin recruited you really heavy. And you chose UC. What made you choose UC?
I ain't gonna lie to you. We said it on our experience there. Well, the reason why I chose UC because it was just like home. I was from the hood. UC is right in the middle of the hood. Right in the middle of the hood. Like you go one step off the campus, you in the hood. I'm like, shoot, it's like home. Like that's the reason with that, and it was close enough to home to where if I needed anything, I can get home.
Right.
And it was far enough for me to become my own man. So that's the reason why I chose UC.
Great decision.
Let me ask this. So you was the 1-2 punch when you played, and then you came back and coached the running backs. So in your tenure as a running backs coach,
I knew this question was coming up.
Who
is
the best back that you have coached?
Best
I also had the pleasure of doing. I was Duke's assistant when he wasn't there at the running back.
I already know what he gonna say.
Yeah, I had a
I already know who he gonna say.
Back.
I already know who he gonna say.
I'm gonna have to give it to Shaka, man.
Knew it. Yeah.
I gotta give it to him. Like what he did as a sophomore was like amazing.
Wait,
like
they don't know though. He set out the second half in 8 games.
I know.
He didn't play the second half in 8 games.
8 games,
yeah.
And got 3,000 yards.
That's
what
crazy.
He did in sophomore year. See, Shaka was one of them kids that once you tell him what to do, he already knew the game mentally. So with him, you just gave him little trinkets that most high school kids don't know.
Right.
Like when you run in the zone, read these defensive tackles. They gonna show you where the hole is. And he was so patient in the backfield because you really couldn't touch him if he was standing still. But yeah, I would say Shaka, then Antoine.
Gilbert.
Wiggle. Let me wiggle.
Them two.
But you had damn, Duke, you had the pleasure of coaching some
Shaka,
dynamic running backs.
Big bag.
Yeah.
Bama, Izzy.
Yeah.
Ashton.
Izzy, well, people don't know, Izzy has the state record for rushing yards.
And touchdowns.
And touchdowns. Six touchdowns.
Yeah.
25 yards, 324
Yeah.
in the state championship game. I mean, Duke was a huge part of the success that we've had. You look at guys like Mark Ray Redmond, who went on to Lehigh, and we had crazy vision. We had a kid named, we called All Day. He was just can't get right, but he was just dynamic. He was just strong. He was in an era where we had running backs, and we just, kept loading them up. Even to the point where you took a freshman that started a couple years ago and got him up to, 1,500 yards as a freshman. And so, I mean, your skills is, tops around here. Your resume speaks for itself because you can roll off a Rolodex of names and say, hey, 300 yards. He did this. He did that. He did this, X, Y, and Z. And it made it easy for me to coach because if I call a play, I already knew they knew what to do because you told them. Duke's not a yell and scream guy. He's a calm. He's a calm storm when he's coaching. And those guys gravitated to that. Now me, I'm acting fool. I'm acting plumb fool. Get down! Duke's gonna, hey, okay, look here. You gotta go here, you gotta do this. Blocking, Duke's gonna teach you everything that you were supposed to have. So, kudos to you.
He just had his percentage go up because one of his fullbacks AP Parker just graduated from Bowling Green a couple months ago, so that add to the percentage, and it add to that, that percentage of that 59 Division I.
And you got Bama at
Akron. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Now that's one he takes me every day almost.
I know it.
Every day, especially when he here.
Right.
Hey, when can we go get some work?
Right.
I mean, you got Sean Hughley up at listen. He went up to Mount Notre Dame, and they were really trying to play him to the left because they really wanted Tay.
Right.
So they kind of played him until his work ethic. His work ethic then outworked everybody else, and now they like he's a starter for us. You know what I mean? But a lot of that came from Duke. So I mean, man, love that he come back. Throw that out there.
He good. He good where he at.
He can platoon. He can do both. It ain't like he can't. Shoot. He can do both. So, thank you, Coach Duke.
Man, thank you.
And now, I was gonna do that. I was saying to myself on the way here. I said, okay, how can I introduce this guy? How can I pump him up? Or do it how I used to do on the announcement. Starting at small forward.
There you go.
Standing 6'8". Cool with a smile that make the ladies say hey. His mama called him CW. I said, who is CW? He said, Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Chris Wright.
Appreciate that, man. You silly,
Talk
man.
to me, Chris. Tell us something about yourself that we don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'll start out with going to Trotwood, which there you go, Wizard Kelly. Went to Trotwood, graduated in 2007. Was a high school All-American, Jordan All-American, McDonald's nominee.
I want you to slow down. Say that again.
Top 20 in the nation.
You was All-American.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. Y'all didn't hear what he said. A Jordan All-American. Correct?
Yep.
What is a Jordan All-American?
Jordan Brand All.
So Jordan Brand All-American. So basically all the guys that played in McDonald's also played in the Jordan. And then I was a Boost Mobile, top 24 All-American, McDonald's All-American nominee. As well, they kept 25. They was originally going to keep 24, had my ticket and everything to go. Then they said they was going to keep 25, so would have been in that as well, but was nominated and got accepted in the 3 All-American games. Had 32 offers going into my junior year.
How many?
32. Yep. Yeah, 32 offers. Then I went on to Dayton, stayed there 4 years, graduated there. Was all Atlantic 10 all 4 years, all rookie team my freshman year. My freshman year. Only played in one conference game that year. We was top 25 in the nation. We was 14-1. Then I broke my ankle. Then, like I said, played one conference game and still all rookie of the year, all rookie team. And then I went on to Golden State. Then played in Milwaukee, played in Toronto, played in with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Went overseas for 2 years. Was in Poland, played in Israel as well. And then now I'm back, trying to help rebuild the community.
Smoke just gave y'all.
Wizard Kelly.
Listen.
Wizard Kelly right there.
Listen.
I don't know none of that. 32, I don't know. I was all right.
That's your big brother.
Because I was waiting. I knew I had 32 because I was waiting on Kentucky, and that offer came after I committed to Dayton. So.
Oh, you had already committed to Dayton.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
Who was your coach at UD? Who was that?
Brian Gregory.
Brian Gregory.
Yep.
CG.
Yeah.
And I remember watching the games and how tell me the atmosphere playing at UD Arena.
It's crazy, man.
I know it's like one of the tops in the country.
Yeah. That was one of the reasons they was actually ranked top 25 loudest arena. Mm-hmm. They was like number 6 on the list. But I mean, that's one of the reasons why I went there, even playing there in high school, and then get to play in front of my family and be home. So that was actually one of the things that actually got me to go there.
So let's talk about that game, Dunbar Trotwood Arena.
I'm 2-1 first of all against Dunbar because they Quan and D Powell. They will. They're my dogs though, but 2-1 against Dunbar.
Okay, but more than that, I'm at that game, and I'm just looking around at the crowd. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It took me back to the 80s when Dunbar would play Altar
Man.
at the arena, and it would be packed. It would, I mean, literally, you weren't walking around. Nobody was at the concession stand. Everybody was there to watch the game.
Right.
And that game, I believe you were a senior.
I was a junior.
You're a junior, okay.
Yep,
You were
they
a
call
junior.
him a senior.
Daquan was seniors.
Yep.
And y'all,
Man,
both
it's
teams
crazy.
made it to the state.
Yep.
And that game, what was the final score of that game? Remember?
I don't remember the final score. I know they won though.
I know you had a great game though.
Yeah. I had like 20, 25 or something like that.
Did you bang on AP?
Yeah.
I'm just saying now. I'm old, but I remember you going down, you banging on AP. I remember that now. Now I know AP gonna be mad at me.
Hey, right.
Like, for real, bro.
Yo, we don't even bring it up. We don't even bring it
You
up.
don't bring it up?
Nah, I don't bring it up.
Why not?
Sometimes I do. I mean, because we know what happened.
He know what happened.
He know.
A lot of people that was there know what happened.
Right.
I'm sure AP will come back with me.
Right. I know they right now talking trash.
Yeah, I know.
SMED's there in the comments yet? They talking trash in the comments?
No, Freeze just popped up and said that's real, Bam, but that's about it for real.
Let me see if I can get one of them to call the show. Call in. Yeah.
We got Griselda in here. She just checking in, doing her regular, you know.
Yeah.
She said Coach Carey know the history and the stats.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing. I'm just, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of yours.
Appreciate it.
I was a fan back then. I was just, you a fan of yours too? Man, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I'm a fan, man. I mean,
No doubt.
I don't. The things that you've accomplished, the things that you've done, I'm a true fan. I'm a true fan of everything that you've done. I mean,
Appreciate it.
It's a work of art. Just to keep grinding. One thing all y'all have done is you kept fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You hear these kids now talk about they feel entitled, like they don't have to work for anything, and the things that you all exhibit, just to fight. I used to watch you, man. Listen, what people don't know is, Chris, I used to come in. I used to see you in the gym putting up shots. They don't know all the work that you put into being flight.
Right.
They don't know all the work that you put into doing that, to being the best you could be. I remember I was doing the open gyms with all the pros and the college guys, and you come in there and just putting in work, man. You bring your guys from UD and everything, man. It's just the work that you've done, your legacy. I mean, you should go down. I'm gonna say this now. Folks gonna look at me a little crazy, but to me, you're more celebrated here than Ron Harper because of what you've done.
Ernestine Grisby said dunked on Josh Benson.
Kid. There she go.
Mama, you ain't have to bring it up.
Yes, she did.
To everybody.
Yes, she did.
What's up, Kilo?
I mean what I say as far as being celebrated.
Appreciate
I don't
it.
mean, Harper got rings, and I'm not knocking his rings. I'm talking about celebrated for the things that you've done at UD. For the youth around here,
Appreciate it.
I mean, I'm not gonna start giving you flowers yet because there's not enough flowers I can give you right now.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna come back on that. I'm gonna come back on that. I'm gonna come back to Bam for a second and ask Bam, give me your most memorable game that you played in, whether it be football or basketball.
At Trotwood.
Anywhere, all three levels. Give me your most memorable game.
Well, I mean, of course, for the Ravens, it was, my first game was in Cincinnati.
Oh.
My first professional.
How many tickets you had to buy?
Man, listen. I'll tell you this. I can't pay for you to come support me. So that's how I looked at it. Like, I mean, if you wanted to come support me, you'll get you a ticket. Now but at that time I didn't have no money yet. So, I mean, I bought a couple tickets that I could, but I still, look at videos from it where we went out to dinner the night before the game, and my whole inner circle was there. Yeah. And I remember just how I felt back then, about it, and it was a special moment for me. Just being home. I mean, I played a couple preseason games, 4 preseason games before, but my first actual game, and it's like, man, like you were an undrafted player, and you're an opening day starter,
warming up in the jungle,
and you in Cincinnati, 45 minutes from your house.
So tell me, you're out there on the field, you're warming up. What are your thoughts? What are you looking at?
I mean, honestly, I was kind of just, lost in it. Like, man, this is the real deal. Like, we just came off of 4 preseason games, but like, this is for real now.
So was Suggs still there when you? And who else?
Suggs is still there.
Humphrey.
C.J. Mosley is there. Marlon came in with me.
Who was the quarterback at that time?
Joe was still the
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, the quarterback. But I mean, we got. I want to say Jeremy Macklin was there at that time. Mike Wallace, man, just guys. It's like, man, this is people I grew up watching. Like, even though it's just 2-3 years ago, I'm in college, I still look up to these people. And now, like the crazy you bring up Terrell Suggs, he was one of the first people that called my phone when I got injured. And he was one of the first people, him, Darius Webb, and Anthony Levine, I'll never forget. They were the first 3 people that told me, like, during camp. This is before the end of the preseason. This is before, any cuts have been made. Them 3 people were the first people that told me, like, bro, you gonna play. Mm-hmm. Like, don't stop doing what you're doing, but you don't have to worry about making this team. Like, you gonna make this team. Right. Man, and like coming from somebody like Terrell Suggs. Oh yeah. And, I mean, it meant everything to me. Yeah. Like, man, look, all right. It was another one of the moments. Like, all right, you could play. Like, this is for real. So you can play. So for NFL was that my very first game, man. Probably my most memorable. College, I would have to say when we beat Clemson.
Okay.
We beat Clemson at Clemson.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was
number
tough.
2, and I mean that was just a fun place to play. Man, they had a DJ like really spinning, like playing stuff that we rock to. That we wasn't necessarily, they wasn't spinning that Hines. So they playing some real music, and it was just fun. It was a fun atmosphere, sold out. That was my most memorable game in college. And then high school, high school. Most memorable game will probably be Kings. When we played Kings, and we was down 20 zip at halftime.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, that was another one of those moments where I'm like, man, I got to do something.
Yeah.
And like they first possession, I made the dude fumble.
Yep.
And we got it rolling from there, and then look back.
I don't think they scored again, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Bam, you got a comment on here. Free said, Bam's first varsity play ever starting as a freshman was a pick. Yeah, the first game, first play of
at UD? At that Welcome Stadium?
Nah, it was at Trotwood. I remember because I told you I couldn't believe I was playing. Like, I couldn't believe it.
And you got a pick.
Oh, yeah, mama called me screaming.
And look, it's so crazy because the scrimmage before that at Middletown, I was getting cooked. Yeah. I was getting flat out cooked. I'm like, yo. Like, I ain't ready for this. I'm like, I'm getting torched out here.
Hey, you remember that was what happened when you was back at Pee Wee when Freezer started today. First play of the game got cooked.
Out there with number 60.
First play of the game got cooked.
Freezer was trash. Freezer was super super trash. I'm like, man, that ain't free. They can say free strike.
I was weak too.
His jersey was loose. It was loose.
Number 60 at the corner though.
Man, I played for Coach Bird my first year. I think I was in second grade, played third. I remember
we played out at Springfield. Springfield was the Tigers.
Yellow was having some up there in that Gettysburg Plaza. Next thing you know, we were talking to Coach Bird, and my mom like, "You going to football practice?" Man, I used to get in. I used to get one play every game and get smacked.
Yeah.
Look on the show.
What up, though?
That's my guy right there, man.
What up, big bro?
I can't see.
Put your glasses on.
That game.
Hey, you gotta get your phone service.
No, you gotta get your phone service. All I see is that beer. Hey man,
You gotta
what
turn
do
it
you
around
mean?
the other way, man.
You got yourself on me?
Man, not on you, bro.
Yeah, you got it.
There you go, man.
What up, though?
That's my nigga right there.
You are on live. You are on live.
Yeah.
You on live on the show.
Man, he don't know how to work technology, DC, man. Here, man. There you go. Now it's on you, bro.
Hey, Bird, you said it like you know how to run technology.
I do, man. I do. Kids showed me, bro.
Hey man, I'm talking to Chris about the game that y'all played in the UD Arena, Dunbar Trotwood.
Oh, the one that's that's when Chris committed to UD. That's the only reason.
That's the only reason he did it. Huh?
That's the only reason, bro.
Hey.
And did it again the next year after that when they beat us.
Yeah. But they was somebody was on the side from Dunbar talking crazy.
Chris didn't commit to UD, bro.
So,
They let us play there.
yeah, but somebody was on the side talking about
You
you.
ain't gonna let y'all play there.
Oh, okay.
Well, you
Now
know.
I see what he's
I mean,
saying.
you know.
The reason
Yeah.
why they let y'all play there is because you could.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Know what?
That's the only reason they all played there.
Yeah, that was Chris good.
And that was Chris Juice doing that.
Yeah, man, we would have played. We played Dave Wright in Ohio State. That was Chris doing. We would have played that. If Chris didn't commit to UD, bro, we would have played at Princeton, bro.
Y'all don't know that big fun cook on FaceTime talking that cash. I asked Chris, did he dunk on AP in that game?
AP is saying that. Hey, to this day, AP is still mad at me because Hey, listen, bro. AP used to always get mad, but that one right there, I swear, bro, we could have. If the game was tied, bro, and Chris dunked on us, and we had to go back on offense, bro, we would have lost because Aaron would have literally argued with me. After the game, that's all that nigga talked about. Like, damn, bro, you wasn't gonna box him out. I said, bro, it happened too fast.
I said it happened too fast.
It happened too fast. Nigga can fly. Which one? I mean, push the nigga. Yeah, get him back next time. What you mean?
Well, thank you for calling in, Daquan. And I'm
Appreciate you,
waiting for
Brody.
to come in and be a co-host because Bird always late.
Man, Bird don't need to be a co-host then, bro. He need to be a camera guy.
Yeah, he late all the time. Look, he got something to say.
Hey, bro. Hey, that's how you feel? That's how you feel?
Hey, you always talking about you got something to do with West Carrollton pilots.
Pilot. He said pilot. West Carrollton pilot.
I'm hanging up on you, bro. You sounding like Aaron Lumpkin, man. You sounding like Aaron Lumpkin, man. I'm closer to you than you know what I mean?
You're right, King. I apologize.
No, that's cool. It's cool, though. It's cool.
Quit saying you gonna be on time and we know you ain't gonna be on time.
Hey, bro, you know June is shootouts, man. What can I do, man?
Bird late. Today was on
He said
time.
not
Like.
come. I was on time today, though, Cook.
Yeah,
I was
you
on
was.
time today, baby.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, I was here. I got here before he did.
How long y'all been on? It started at 7?
Nah.
We started at 9.
We had some other stuff going on.
Oh, y'all late.
Yeah, he talked about my shirt too, man, because I'm losing weight. He hating on me, bro. It's cool though.
Shirt is medium.
Yeah, that ain't it, bro. You can't come to the show with that shirt on.
He got a little Darren shirt
Hey,
on.
hey, didn't you say something was wrong with the technology? Hold on. Wait for Sam in the tunnel.
We holler at you, bro.
All right, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all
All right, I love you too, Brody.
All right. Oh, yeah. So we had a little thing going on there. But back to Chris. So I didn't know that, man. That's how the game got there. I did hear a story that Trotwood went Nike because of Chris Wright. The basketball team was full of Nike. Everybody had Nikes. I look at Duke over there like, yeah.
I don't
I
know
mean,
if
yeah.
they allowed to talk about that. They allowed to talk about that.
NIL now. NIL deal. Like, you know, we good. Right.
What they gonna do, punch?
Sam had one more.
Yeah, what they gonna do?
I was just top man.
Jim Ladd was the AD.
You know you're a coach now, so they gonna suspend him.
For what?
Yeah,
Hey, man, it was 7 years.
Hey, we had our gear was clean.
Man,
It was clean.
The only reason I was cool in middle school and high school is because of him. I wouldn't have had no shoes. I wouldn't have had nothing.
Well, somebody still owe me some shoes. I ain't gonna say nothing, you know. I ain't gonna say nothing.
I don't wear those.
We're 15.
I'm saying, you said you don't want no mids though.
Hey, man,
don't
right
have
now,
no 15s.
right now I'm poor. I'll take whatever you got. I'll take. I got Skechers right
I
now.
got
I'll take
you.
another pair of Skechers.
You don't have 15s, bro.
I'm back in 15. I'm telling you. Trust me, I'm back in it. But is that true? You
It's some
want to
truth
round
to
the question now? Is that true? Did they show up and everybody got Nike? Because Chris Wright.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. I mean, you know.
He top 20. What you expect?
I'm just
top
saying.
20.
He had Amazon before Amazon pull up at his house.
Man.
It used to be like boxes bigger than the door.
Hey,
I
man.
stop over his mom's house. She'd be like, bring this box in the house.
Damn, Chris.
Yeah, that used to be. Yeah, I used to have some kicks.
Crazy.
That hey man, listen, this is stuff, boy. So I'm gonna go away from you for a second. Dude, give me your memorable games that you played in and the one you coached in. Most memorable.
I would say played in high school. I would say senior year against Dunbar.
Mm-hmm.
Dunbar is always a good game, to play.
Right.
Because they gon' if they good or if they not good,
It's a rival.
They gonna hype it up, boy,
Yep.
at the before the game, and they gonna get you ready to play.
Yeah.
So it was against Derek Moss, so everybody was saying
He was
he
better.
was the best
right.
in the city.
Yeah.
And I had to show up.
Ah!
I had to show up.
What'd you rush for that game?
Almost 2.
Oh,
And then we got another running back, so
Stetson.
he rushed for almost 2 too.
Yeah, y'all was getting it in that
The
game.
game was close though. It was like 35-33 or something like that.
Okay.
But Dunbar, then in college, man, I had so many games in college that was, I would say, it was a surprise. We played Virginia Tech,
Mm-hmm.
and coming down the tunnel, it was right after I had this situation with the coach. The head coach stopped me and was like, "You starting today?" And I'm like, "Dang."
Threw a monkey wrench in the game.
Yeah, just throw it in the game like you starting today. And this one, Virginia Tech, they hold defense.
Yeah, they was loaded.
They whole defense went to the NFL.
Yeah.
That was like one of my most.
Beamer was the coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Virginia Tech was the loudest stadium I've ever been. I done been in Ohio State,
Hokies.
Penn
Yeah, the
State,
Hokies.
Wow.
Ohio State, Penn State, you name it. But Virginia Tech, the way they stadium is set up,
Yeah.
it's like all the
Goes
sounds
down.
go down.
Yeah.
Like, you can't hear
And
nothing.
the crowd right behind the
Yeah,
bench,
like-
ain't no space.
They throwing
Really?
beer,
no
they
space.
throwing water on you. Like it ain't no space.
It's
where
reckless.
Where did we play at a high school where it was like
Up in line was
yeah,
line up there.
where it was like real close,
real tight.
Yeah, but that's the stands though, like right on top of you. They just throwing stuff at you. Like yeah, Virginia Tech was it.
I
And
didn't
then-
know that.
Coaching,
Oh.
I would say all the state games. Besides that first one,
You can't say all the state games, dude. You got to say. I need one particular game, dude. Your 5 MCs.
hey,
Dude, come on, dude. Give me a-
2017 state game.
Okay.
Was shocking them because that one was special though because that team they didn't play past halftime the whole season.
Right.
So to actually see them play a whole game was like, it was
Let me ask
special.
you this question now. Now, I'm going to put you on the hot seat now. Could that 2017?
Absolutely not.
Look!
I said 2017 beat 11.
Can they beat 11?
No.
They wouldn't even be
Why?
close.
Why?
Why couldn't they?
Yeah.
Defense wasn't as special as that defense.
Okay, but the offense wasn't as special as that offense.
They wouldn't have been able to score.
The 2017 offense, wait a minute. The 2017 offense
Was special.
wait a minute. They led the state in scoring and most yards that year.
They ain't play that defense.
No.
Man, and you got to think.
No, you got to think, though. That offense, running-wise,
Yeah. With that offensive line.
yeah, you wasn't doing nothing
They wasn't
against
big
that.
enough. They wasn't
Man, that's
big
what, man, LJ and all them.
They weren't big enough.
LJ,
Is he running the ball?
Cash,
Man,
Man,
no.
we had the secret
You
weapon.
got to think about it.
We got the secret weapon. We gonna throw it up to 10 every time. Don't nobody know that Trey
No,
Mobley
you
gonna
gotta
dunk
Listen,
on
I
you.
just had a conversation with some people, and they were saying, "Who's the best wide receiver that you coached since you've been here?" And I said, "They all thinking." I was talking to Messiah DeWeaver. He was saying Spidey. I said, "No, Spidey's not
he
on
ain't
that
Trey.
top list." I said, "It's Trey Mobley." He said, "I don't know Trey Mobley." I said, "Dude, it's Trey Mobley." I said,
he's
"Trey Mobley,
quiet.
5'10", gonna jump out the place and go get the ball. He's an assassin." And then I said it was Dallas Daniels. I thought it was Dallas was second. In my tenure there, in my 10, 12 years there, that's who I picked. Spidey's up there, but he was not the top guy. But
Yeah, that.
I got you on that. I'll take
See,
that.
it was because that 11 team, like all the people behind them was good, like
Yeah.
all the way to the front.
They
That's
had
why
depth.
they went to.
They had a lot of depth.
You could throw anybody in there on that 11 team,
Yeah.
and was like, we
We
threw
good.
in we threw in Melo at kick return. He took that mug back.
Sure
And he is a
did.
freshman.
Yeah.
Like that team was just.
The team was loaded. That 2011 team was very loaded. I think that 2011 team might have been the best team that I've seen in about maybe 45 years. And
Yeah.
I mean that compares up to that Dunbar team in 1987 and that Meadowville team in '86.
Yeah, we don't know them. I mean, we know
They were
the
low.
history.
They were
But
low.
we ain't.
They were
Yeah,
low
got you.
team.
So you was talking to Bird then?
No, I'm just giving y'all some info. I'm letting y'all know that
There's been
that team that Bam was playing on was a very gifted. How many guys went on that team in Division One?
Rion, Cam, me, Mike, Key.
Shoot, it could have been a lot more if they
Right.
took that offer to Illinois when all six of them got offered.
Right.
Yeah, it was like six of them got offered to Illinois.
I think Mike started at EKU.
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
went to EKU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Back went to Western, right?
Yeah.
Western Kentucky.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, not EKU. Eastern Michigan.
Eastern
Mike went to
Michigan.
Eastern Michigan.
That's where he
Mike
went.
went to Eastern Michigan. Big Back went to EKU.
Champagne,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Man, shoot. We had some.
They did if some had their grades together.
Right. I mean,
Listen, that
I
whole
ain't even thinking
team.
about the
It could have been about
sophomores,
20 guys.
freshmen on that
It could have
team.
been about 20 guys go
Yeah,
Division
for
One
sure.
throughout from the senior to freshman. It could have been about 20 guys that.
Yeah, I can't even think of
If
all
if,
of
if all those guys have done their part and got their grades and doing, because Ryan Reese was to me still the
Was
best
a
D
problem.
tackle I've seen
Yeah, he
around
was a
here
problem.
since Big Daddy. He was a problem.
Yeah,
Ryan
was.
Reese was a huge problem out there.
for sure.
And Kendrick Mallard, he went D1.
Yeah, for sure.
So you
That's
had
what I said. I
Kyron
can't even
Wynn
think of all
with
the,
D1.
all the sophomores and stuff. I can't even
Yeah,
think of all
that's
them
what I said. So it was
because
about 20
I
to
was already
25
gone.
guys off that,
On that
championship team
Mm-hmm.
that could have gone D1. We probably had about 20 that went D1. though.
Man, that team was just so funny because we had people that wasn't even really supposed to be playing that was like really good. Like Tyson was really good on D line, but then nobody even think he was gonna be
Until
good.
Taylor Decker just beat the hell out of him. Taylor Decker.
He's still playing. You got
He gave work.
you gotta give
Reese
somebody
gave
that.
Decker problems though.
Yeah, you gotta
Decker
give
didn't want
somebody
that. He didn't want that smoke with Reese.
That man probably worked about 50.
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
then you go back to that defensive line. I'm sorry.
Even
I
the
don't-
Rock.
Coach, you got a
The
question
Rock
that
was
says, what's Jadine? I think I'm saying the name right.
Yeah.
This ain't okay, Ki. Since you're asking, what's your top 3 pregame speeches?
Oh,
I don't know.
I know.
I know. Yeah,
The one at the state.
I don't know.
One at the state, the one at Kings. I know. Kings when we was down.
That was halftime.
Yeah, that was at halftime.
What you say, Coach?
pregame.
That was halftime. I gave one at Kings.
They on YouTube.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
on
are
that?
they?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
just
yeah,
to
yeah,
paraphrase,
yeah.
just so people can, you remember what you said?
It just comes. I don't know. I don't know what I said. It just comes.
You remember, bro?
Yeah, it was the one who was like, run with young man, run.
I sure did. Y'all get me on that one, man, because that was, a lot of my pregame, I don't even like people recording my pregame because I'll say some stuff, man, that for the public not to hear.
Yeah.
To be honest, but I just, just try to get the guys motivated to play. So yeah, pregame speeches are, something else. And even halftime, I've done some things at halftime. Ask my son.
But I want to give a shout out to my boy Jeremiah Brown because y'all don't know, he the one that started WHIOU-Jack.
Did he?
Yes. Yeah.
That's my guy.
Jeremiah Brown.
Yeah,
He
JB,
started-
Black. That's
started
my guy right
WHIOU-Jack.
there.
We was in practice and we was doing the old school jumping jack, the T. He like, man, that's weak. He like, that's weak. I got something for y'all. So he started doing that.
And we do it to this day. And now, but it's, the guys
What
now, they
are
do it so
WHIOU-Jacks,
terrible.
bro?
Yeah,
Trey trying to
Trey
trying
just
to fix it.
get you hyped before doing the jumping jacks.
Okay.
Spell it out.
Okay.
We used to do
They just
recording.
jumping. That's all
Oh,
they do.
wood. Okay, trot wood,
Yeah.
jumping
Yeah.
jacks, basically.
Yeah.
All right.
He the
all
one
right,
that started the WHIOU-Jacks. And that junk crazy because they still do it to this day.
So that 2011 state championship is not because he was coaching your cousin.
I just that 2017 was just flair though. Like I'm an offensive guy, so
That offense was crazy.
that offense was. I'm gonna be honest. That's the least coaching I had to do since I was at Trotwood.
Because your backup wheel was just an animal.
Right, like running back period. I was like, hey,
Duke was telling me in that game, he said, hey man, run stretch. Just run it to the outside. I said, hey man, Duke said run it outside. Just run it outside. And they did. We scored off of that. So kudos to Duke. And one thing I'll say is after the game and the interviews and stuff I always gave, first thing I did was recognize Duke as, being an intricate part of what we did and how we did it, especially our running game, which has been so potent over the last 12 years. We're trying to get it back now because we're a young team. We're trying to get it back now. Thanks, Coach. Chris,
What's up?
tell me your 3. Tell me your most memorable games.
Well, high school, obviously, that Dunbar game was crazy. Junior year, just because it was sold out. You know what I mean? And then you got 2 of the, top guys, 2 top guys in the country.
Yeah.
Playing against each other from the same city. You know what I mean? And just that rival, red versus blue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just, that game was it. You know what I mean? Even though we lost the game, but it was just one of those games to show, like, the talent level in our area, not just with me in D.C., but all the guys on both teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
how many Division I guys came off that game?
Man, I think like 3 or 4.
About 4 or 5.
Five. Yep. Yeah.
You had, of course, you 2.
Yep.
You
Then
had
Norris, Josh,
Aaron,
AP.
Josh,
Yeah. Wayne Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was who-wee.
Yeah.
That was a big time game.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. And then,
Next year you got Old's brother.
yep.
So you played against him senior year.
Yeah. And then college, every Xavier win was that. But
Xavier.
every Xavier
Rival.
win. Yeah. Every yeah, that. Yeah,
Crazy. How many times y'all beat them down there?
None.
None. This is sponsored by Players University. Ken Love.
Appreciate you, cuz.
that's our first cousin.
I know, he told me, he's like, you know, my cousins. My cousins. I say everybody ain't cousins. Damn.
And then, but I would say my 27-10 game against West Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, my sophomore year in the tournament. You know what I mean? 27-10. Yeah, against West Virginia. Yeah.
Gave it to him. He was giving that work. Was you feeling it?
Oh man. Yeah, I was,
hey, he put that smile on. Man, he said, "Hey man."
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was just one of them games, man, where I just couldn't miss. And I mean, I had, you know, people think I had like 10 dunks, but I only had 4.
Just looked like 10.
It just looked like 10. You know, yeah, it looked like 10. And but that game was just good because it was the first time UD been back to the tournament, Dayton been back to the tournament. I think since like the early '90s, something like that. No, we had like in a while though, like since we made the second round, like early '90s, yeah. So, and then obviously in the league, man, like my first game subbing in to guard Kobe.
Oh, wait a minute, say it again. Wait.
Yeah.
Can we rewind that? I know we live, but I want to rewind it. Subbing in to guard the Black Mamba.
Yeah. I wouldn't even so I had been inactive for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? So we had just played the Heat, we had played Norris now, and then we traveled to LA right after that. And then before the game, like, you know, Coach Jackson always telling like, be ready, you know what I'm saying? You might play this, and this, whatever. So first of all, mentally having to sit through that, like, y'all hear everything I'm saying, like All-American, all conference, whatever. Then you get to that level, and you might play or inactive, whatever. You still have to be like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying, still mentally locked in. So, you know, it was first quarter. He had 16 in the first quarter, like 16 in the first quarter. So, you know, I usually, like, if we go in like as a rookie, depending on who you are, like, you gotta earn your stripes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember, you know, being down over there towards the end of the bench, and you know, he was drawing up the play, they was talking, and then I saw him like moving people out the way, so I'm thinking like, you know, he ain't about to be talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Which I thought, you know what I'm saying? So he like, he looked down, he was like, hey, if Kobe Bryant in the game, Chris Wright, you got him. And I'm still just standing there, and it ain't registered. He said, if Kobe Bryant in the game, Chris Wright, you got him. I ain't registering like, oh, you talking about me? Let's go.
Turn around like Chris Wright.
Hey, listen. Yeah. So then, you know, and I just remember being out there. First play, I fouled him. He's like, "Stop fouling me, nigga." That's what he said, because he talked trash.
Yeah.
And I said, "Man, I don't care who you from, bro. I'm from Dayton, bro." Like, you know, that's what I told you. Literally told you that. That's what I told you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm at the Staples Center guarding Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So then, next play, did the same move. Then he shot a pull up, he missed. You know what I'm saying? So then, next play he came off the screen, and I knew what move was coming because I've been watching him. You know, we've been watching him our whole life. So he did the shimmy. That's what the picture y'all see. That was actually a block. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't like full clean, but I blocked him. You know what I'm saying? So,
you got a hand on it.
You know, and then, but what made it so memorable though, obviously, is Kobe. But then at the end of the game, you know, I saw him when we was leaving out, and he told me like, you know, I love your game, and playing hard is a skill. So be willing to do the things that people won't do.
Wow.
And that's what's going to allow you to be successful. You know what I'm saying? So when he told me that, you know what I'm saying, that was a stamp of approval on my game. So I ain't care what nobody said after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was just like, I love your game, man, and people don't play hard. So continue to do the things that people won't do. You know what I'm saying? And he respected it. So after that, you know what I mean, I was just like, man, like, just remember that, obviously, for the rest of my life.
I don't think
that's nice.
I don't think people from Dayton really truly understands what we got sitting right here at this table that just talked about the levels of play in their most memorable game that they ever played in.
Yeah,
it's so powerful, you know, for him to say what he did. You know, to come home 45 minutes away, 30 minutes away from home when I drive, to play in Bengal Stadium, for Duke to say the game he played in Virginia Tech, and for you to say, you know, your thing is playing against the Mamba. I mean, how many people can say I played against the Mamba? How many in a legit game? You know, yeah. Well, Darren pulled the picture up. I mean, playing against the Mamba, that's a hell of a story, man. You know, I argue with folks when they start coming to me about sports from Dayton. And they bring your name. They talk about your stint in the NBA and overseas or wherever. And I come back at them like, well, how many games have you played in the NBA? I just want to know. Because there's only 400 guys that play in the NBA.
And since they did a study last year, so in the 75 years, you obviously know they did the 75 years, only 4,500 players ever played in the game.
Right.
4,000 what?
500.
And
So last summer.
that mean now. NBA takes everybody from across the world.
Yeah.
It's global. And you were part of that 4,005. You're a part of that number. That is phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
I don't think people truly understand or grasp what you've accomplished.
They only see the end product though. They only see the stuff that they see on TV and all of that. They don't understand like the levels of difficulties that
how hard it was, the sacrifices that you made to play against the Mamba. I don't give a damn. You played against the Mamba.
Right. Yeah.
Can't nobody else people only other person around here can say that is, you know, of course Daquan and Norris.
Yeah.
Can't nobody, you know, I played against the Mamba. I checked the Mamba.
Right.
I know 2 guys personally that checked the Mamba.
But then on top of that, like I got it. It was like 8 minutes. So in 8 minutes, he saw like something,
some flashes.
Yeah, you know
to
what I'm saying.
Come to tell you,
right.
Hey man, you know, playing hard is a skill.
Right, and he just said keep doing it.
And I just stole that. Trust me, I just stole it. I tell my guys that tomorrow. Playing hard is a skill.
Yeah.
And he started that in like 4th grade. He used to run with I played for John Lumpkin Sr.
In
8th grade.
You got cussed out. A lot.
Like, he used to practice with us. Like, when we ran sprints, he's in the 4th grade, was beating us.
Well, his work ethic, man, was just
like, I used to be looking at him like, bro.
Watching his work ethic just watching him. I used to sit back just like, and I try to tell the kids now, go talk to Chris. You know, talk to Daquan, talk to Norris.
Right. I think
why I don't understand why our kids talk to folks that aren't doing shit, didn't make it. You know, I'm not trying to just shit on them. I'm just saying, but they didn't do.
They don't want to hear the truth.
Go talk to somebody that has done it and find out the recipe to do it.
Yeah, they don't want to hear the truth because it's like the reality is like for me, right? Like he was saying, like I used to be winning sprints, so it was just something with me that when I would go to
he trying to show up for coach. No, I'm working hard.
I wasn't even on that team. That's what I'm saying. I was
in the 4th grade.
I wasn't even, but and it was just like, you know, for me, it was just like the things that, you know, when it was off the court or just little stuff like, right, when I would go to a grocery store or go to a football game, when I see a bunch of people, it just was something that drove me to think that nobody gonna wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow and work out but me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I used to think about. You know what I'm saying? That nobody was going to outwork me regardless. You know what I mean? And I'm going to figure it out. And like nowadays, kids don't understand that, or even the parents too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not going to happen because the reality is with it, even if you do everything you're supposed to do, even if you work hard, you still might not make it. But being okay with that is what you got to live with.
But as long as you know,
your chances
to do it.
Yeah, your chances are greater if you put everything you got every day. You know what I mean? And people think that, well, because I did this yesterday, you know, it's okay for today. And it's not. And it's not. You know what I mean? And
you gotta turn it up.
Yeah, you got to.
Go a little harder.
You got to, because it's somebody working. You know what I'm saying? Every single day is somebody working. Like DC, man, I remember just, you know, when they would play or whatever, and I just knew, like, when they said DC did this or DC did that, like, that just drove me to be like, yo, like, I'm not afraid to say, like, I looked up to DC. You know what I'm saying? We the same age, whatever, but his work ethic, you know what I'm saying? Norris's work ethic, you know what I mean? Like, Mark Anderson, like, they work ethic, Jerome Tillman, like, they work ethic, you know what I'm saying, push me, like, man, I gotta, you know. Because I didn't want to be left behind either, because I knew they was going somewhere.
The spirit of competition is not there.
Yeah.
Where, you know, even though we cool, I got to be better than you.
Right.
That's not there.
Right.
The spirit of competition.
They take it too
for me,
personal.
As a coach, I take it personal. I gotta outcoach you. I gotta outwork you. I gotta watch more film than you. I gotta get better because I want to be the best.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you no lie. I want a legacy. I want my legacy to ring. When I die, I want folks to say he won state championships as a coach. He was a hell of a coach. That's what I want to be said. Right. I don't want anything else. They can say Kerry asshole. He this, but Kerry a hell of a coach. Right. That's one thing they're gonna say about Chris Wright is that mother could play. That guy, he brought it. When you played against him, you had to bring your lunch because he was gonna bring it with you. When you played against Duke, you had to come. When you played against Bam, you catch a ball coming across that middle, likely Bam's gonna try and take your head off. He gonna try and take your head off. Right. If you think you gonna have your back turned on freezer, and you ain't gonna catch you, you got another thing coming.
I would.
And that's the thing that we're missing around here.
Talking about it again, man. You can't be afraid to be great.
Can't be.
You can't look at what the next man is doing or what
can't
this
compare
person
yourself.
gonna think or what that person gonna think. If you want to do something and you want to be good at it, you got to be willing to put your all into it.
You got to sacrifice.
Sports, that's life.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna talk to Duke on this one. I've been knowing this man for 20 years, damn near. I ain't never heard Bam talk like this. Never. I'm just in awe of what you're saying. Where now it registers like, I wanted to be great. I never knew you felt like that. I never knew that you didn't think you were good enough.
I didn't know how to. I mean, you don't know until you know. Right. You just kind of going through it.
That's a good point.
And it's just life is just happening, and stuff ain't registered until it registers. Like until you sit there in your house or in your dorm and you like, bruh, I don't want to be. I want to be good at this.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go to practice and they yelling at me because I'm messing up something. I don't want to go to practice and they own me because I'm not doing it right, or I'm embarrassed because I'm doing it wrong. I want to be the best at what I'm doing.
But the thing is, like, y'all competition against each other was so. I'll tell you this. I remember that year. Matt Cash and Tank battles. Tank at defensive end, and Matt Cash at right that tackle. I mean, they were just epic battles. He was at left tackle actually, just epic battles. And Matt Cash was coming out playing basketball. I thought he was a basketball player, about 6'4", about 280, but he was strong. But Matt had so much dog in him. He wasn't the strongest cat, and Tank was built like a Greek god. Him and Freezer looked like twins. And they would just battle. The competition was just there, And you guys, the competition was just there. And you can see that's what y'all family. It was like, well, I want to be, I'm following his footsteps. I want to be like that. Because I'm sure you as a basketball player, you had to see your uncle.
Yeah.
You had to try to want to mimic because your uncle was known for just playing hard as hell.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing, to have those kind of role models in your family.
Right.
To say, hey, this is how you do this. This is what you do. So I'm gonna change gears a little bit, and I want to get some flowers right now, if that's okay. And I'll start with you, Bam. Just when you come back around, I don't know if you really know this, but when you come up to the school and the kids see you, the kids are whispering, "Oh, who's that? Who? That's Bam. That's Bam. That's the Bam. That's the guy in there on the wall." Those are flowers, man, because you got kids wanting to be like Bam, and that's a great thing to do. To be like Bam, an honor student, correct? A guy that came out there and worked, a guy who didn't miss, a guy who eventually fell in love with the game, right?
It's a new turf field.
Yeah, you sure did. That turf would not be there if it was not for George. Trouble would not have a turf field. If the mayor said, HEL, no. No, it won't. I said, we got that field. Thank you, George. I got tired of being on that grass.
I still pay for that, man. My knees is toe up.
That grass, hey man, I don't even walk on it now. I drive back there when I get the sled. I literally drive. I do not walk on that. That thing all lumpy. Man, shoot, come on, you can't do that. But, you know, I know your involvement with Flight Academy and what your brother is doing and what y'all are doing, you know, as a whole, as a team, you know, and I know it's a team effort, but not afraid to follow the leader and be assertive in doing the things that to make Flight great, you know. And Dayton, we appreciate you. We love you for it. Trotwood loves you for helping and putting the team on your back and getting that first state championship ring, because, you know, you guys kind of really catapulted the program. The work effort was, you know, Coach Clark. We were he was doing his thing this year, you know, talking to the kids during Black History Month, and Coach Clark is an elderly white man who has a lot of soul in him. And Coach Clark said something to the kids. He said, as each senior leaves, they leave footsteps for you, the following seniors, to step right in and follow what was going on and how things are run. Everybody knows how JG runs his program. Be on time, be respectful, play hard. You knew that. And y'all follow that to the point where the kids follow right behind you, you know. And so I thank you.
Appreciate it.
Duke, what you've done, you know, in the community, Trotwood, just always there with the games that y'all do at the middle school for the young brother that passed away.
Andrew, we talk about bringing that back.
Yeah, I mean, those are things that the community needs. They have to have, and people like you who continue to just keep giving. You don't even know you're giving half the time, but you give. The knowledge that you gave all those guys that play running back, the conversations that you still give to Bama, those conversations that you instill, because when he comes home, he talks to me, and he tells me, I talk to Duke, I talk to Shaka. I still talk to those guys on a regular basis as well. And they admire you. You know, they mimic what you've done. You know, they try to, it's like, I don't want to let Duke down. I got to keep working. I got to keep grinding. Because Coach Duke, you know, I'm talking to Hezzy the other day, and Hezzy's like, you know, how Coach Duke doing? I'm like, you know, he good. He's with Flight. You know, he's head man now. He running, you know, he making things happen. He's shaking the tree. And that's good, man. I'm telling you, that's good. I watch you run the camps with Chris and do the things y'all partnered up. And the family bond is so phenomenal, man, that it needs to be mimicked by other families around here. It needs to be mimicked, man, what y'all are doing, the work that y'all doing. It's crazy, man. And I'm telling you, dude, I thank you. I thank you. You know, I love you like a brother, like a little brother that be cussing me out but don't cuss. But it's all good. You know, hey, man, the things that man, I'm telling you, people, you talking about service. I always talk about service and giving back to your community and doing right by your people. And these guys exemplify that, man, in what they do. And so, again, I thank you, Duke.
Thank you.
Greg Moore. And now I'm going to go to the guy. Now, understand when I say this. There's no shot at all. He does more with less than those that do with plenty. I don't think they understand what I'm saying, SMED. He does it with less. I'm gonna put some English on this. He has done shit for the community, for Dayton and Trotwood, that people with mega millions have not done, but have done the same work, played in the NBA. This man has done it. Camps, you've done it. Giving away food, you've done it. I watched during the tornadoes. I watched y'all during tornadoes sit up at the big lots, in front of big lots, and just gave away what you could. What y'all cook food? What else did y'all giving away?
Clothes.
Yeah,
Clothes.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. During tornadoes.
Household items.
I mean, they were setting up shop
For
and
2
gave
weeks.
things away.
For 2 weeks straight.
2 weeks straight.
Every day.
Every day. You didn't have to do. Who paid you to do that?
Nobody.
That's service, people. That's service. Hey man, I really get emotional about that.
You got to give him a list of the stuff, all the stuff that he's prior to, after the tornado, the stuff that he got going on and stuff now.
Well, I'm gonna get there.
Why I call him Wizard Kelly?
Yeah, I'm gonna get there because it's so much. I can't. I might
Yeah,
forget some things.
Yeah, I want you forgetting.
I mean, come on, man. Listen, man. Y'all don't hear me. It's an emotional thing because I'm about the community. I'm about these kids, trying to help these kids, and what you have done, what your family has done, what your mom, what y'all continue to do. And before I even go any further, and I'm gonna say this, and if Chris may not, I ain't talked to him. I was gonna say this, but when he went up to the spot up on Salem, with the tennis courts and all that, the little Dayton Sports Complex. When he went up there and he revived that place, because that place was dying. That place was no business was going through there.
Right.
Nothing was happening. No smoke was nothing. There wasn't no basketball. It was a little soccer going on in there and some volleyball. That's what they had going on. And they took advantage. See, Chris is he's a nice guy. He's a really nice guy. And they took advantage of it. And they played you. I know things are in courts, and I don't want you to speak on it. I don't want y'all to speak on it. Because I'm not in courts with them.
It's done.
But
Yeah, it's done.
I'm going to speak on it. I thought it was some bull crap, how they did him. And then I thought, how people in the community said that they got his back and supporting him, went up there and funded him and helped that place continue to grow. And to this day, they still going in there, giving this bit. He may feel his way, I feel my way. And y'all know me, I don't care. How we gonna not support our people that's giving back to the community? You feel what I'm saying? They did you wrong. I'm not going back in there. I don't want to. Man, they can have that.
And the thing is, like, we don't have to go there. Like,
Don't
I don't get that. Like, man, we gotta band together, man, against the
Exactly.
people who are trying to destroy us.
Yes.
And play us. Like, man, that's enough for me. Oh man, you did that to Chris. I'm cool.
I'm cool. Who dislikes Chris Wright? Who? I want to know. I want to see the person that does not like you. Then that person just
It's a hater.
he's the devil.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not a person to dislike. You're just not that kind of person.
Man.
You're not that. You'll give people the shirts off your back. I mean, you're not that kind of person, man. I mean, literally, who does that? And then you got folks just going up there and they support. And I went off on Facebook about it and caught a lot of flack about it. I don't care. Yeah, like I told you, that AES bill's in my name, not theirs. I'll pay my bill. That's mine. And so, I just want to get that off my chest. And I said, coming in, and when I talked to you the other day, I said, I got to speak on it. I got to speak on it because it was wrong. And if you continue to keep going up there, helping them, you're wrong. It's just like, as black people, we got to stick together to things that are being done to us unjustly. You know what I mean? And we don't do that. We don't do that. That's like when the guy on Gettysburg at H&M Market said nigga, and then there was an uproar and folks stopped going in there. And when they stopped going in there, what did that do? It hurt his pockets. What do you do? I apologize.
And have to sit down. You can't
We talked about that today on another show.
Yeah, you can't
we literally just talked about that.
And change
the power is with us. We don't support that. They're going to go belly up. They're going to come back. But how do you go in there? You're playing on the court, you're working out on the court that says, fight a cat.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, but, to the day defense, like, people reached out and said stuff. I mean, it's their choice. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I got 50,000 square feet coming 2023.
I know you do.
32 acres.
God got a plan for
You
it.
know what, bro? Thank God they did.
I mean, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. Like, I know your point of view on it. I know your take and everything. And, you know, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And I'm always going to be appreciative of, you know, y'all and how y'all, you know, support me on that. But, you know, if it didn't happen, things wouldn't be happening the way they are. You know what I'm saying? And obviously we know, like, who we speaking about and the people that go up there, whatever. But that's the thing though. Like, I mean, but for me though, like, it's all love. I mean, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we talked about it. I talked to the guys that was there, and you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, you know, it's no bad blood, you know, between us. You know, me and them, and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they felt they did what they felt like. But for real, but serious though. Like, but the thing is though, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not going, like, when somebody decide that they felt like they was doing something that was best for them at that time, and they said something to me and I let it be known. But other than that, it's like I don't want to waste energy on something that I can't control. You know what I'm saying?
Time.
And
you actually don't got time to even be upset about
that. But I mean, but even with that though, like, you know what I'm saying, everybody gonna feel how they feel, but at the end of the day, like, I mean, I'm good. Like I said, it's no bad blood. Yeah, I mean,
He continues to bless you.
Yeah.
Because again, like I said, you didn't speak on it, you didn't say anything. I called you before I even said anything. I called you, said, well, you know, you do what you do.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna do it. Then you told me, all right, pull back.
Yeah, I mean, because you know, it's cool, man. It's
fired. I was fired. Cats was arguing with me, and one thing, you know, I am who I am. I felt like, well, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. You can't whoop me, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. You know, it is what it is. It's not that I didn't like the people, because I got love for those people. I just didn't like how things were handled. I just feel like, you know, if you do Duke wrong, you did me wrong. That's how I look at things.
Right.
When you do SMED wrong, then you did me wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't like the fact that they knew. Like, some you could say, yeah, y'all didn't know really what was going on and y'all wasn't privy to certain information. But some people actually knew, had a sit down conversation and said, hey, this is going on. And I think me and SMED, we were talking about it off camera, I think after Brandon's show, that some people like want to be opportunists. They don't want to work hard for nothing. They want to kind of like step in. And they felt like that was the opportunity to step in, so I could be the man, I could be this and be that, off of somebody else's blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean? So that's what really bothered me. I mean, I ain't got no problem with them issues and them guys and that, but I got a problem with guys, you know, directly knowing something and not standing against, like SMED said.
And I think one thing that I think that how I look at things, like, man, I don't look at anybody as a necessarily bad person. But there are bad things that exist. And when a person does those things, that can be considered to be a bad thing. So we ain't condemning the person at all. Wow. And so, like, for anybody, for example, somebody do something that offend me, okay, I'm offended for now, but really, I just got more stuff to focus on to be upset about what you did to me in any type of way. Because, man, when people do something to you and take something away from you, it does free your hands up to pick up something much better. And me and Chris, we talked a minute ago. Like, we met up at Sheik's and we talked, like, really for the first time and got to know each other, man, and just would sit up there and had a nice build. And that's what I was telling him when I was in a situation that was kind of similar to what he was going through before he went through it. I'm like, well, look, bro, I said, the Most High is going to stay with me. So if anything leaves me, he's only doing it to give me something much better. And that's what's happening with Chris. And I love his mentality. I love the way that he looks at these things. And that's the reason why good things will continue to go his way. Because
Chris ate that stuff, man. I just remember guys was in his face smiling and all that. And I'm like, well, how you smiling in this man's face and you making money off this man's back, but you, come on, dude. But, you know, I just wanted to throw that out there.
But I mean, then too, man, like, again, like, it was for the community. You know what I'm saying? And those people, whatever you know what I'm saying, that took advantage, they got what's coming to them. God gonna handle that. It ain't up to me. It's up to me to continue moving, because every time, like, I would just pray on it, and I would go from here, looked at this site, looked at that site, and then, you know, now I'm right up the street. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, I'm not going to get, you know, into that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, for us in the sports industry and our community, we got to figure out a way to come together in a sense. And like you said, like, it is like we got to figure out and learn. Before you can lead, you got to learn to follow. Because at the end of the day, for me, it's like, you know, I don't understand sometimes, and I ask these questions, right? Like, it's people that help me get to a certain level, and now when I'm at that level, it's like I see and I hear certain things. I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, I'm gonna leave it alone, because I'm gonna continue to move, and it's just like, that's your loss, not mine, because I know what's at the end of the process. I know what's at the end of putting in work, and if you don't want to understand and see that, then that's on you, because I know later on.
He's a different dude.
Because it's like I'm just not gonna waste my time on something that, when I know the end result of hard work.
Because I know you're Brian. I know what you were saying, what you were trying to do, what you're accomplishing, what your goal is, and where you want to get to. Again, a guy that is doing more with less than anybody else. You use your resources and everything that you got to get where you are now. And I mean, the camps that you were given.
Yeah.
I'm going back to your flowers. Camps. The excitement from the kids that will come in there to your camps, the guys that you have come in and work with the kids, the girls, young ladies too. I mean, the camps where I would come in there and just sit and laugh and watch and just enjoy it, man. Just really sit back and enjoy it, man. Just the backing and the support that you had with Orion, correct? Yeah, you know, just
co-owner.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, just
Wizard Kelly.
Every basketball player, every basketball player anybody had in basketball, you always ask them a question: what do they think the state of AAU is in right now?
Who I ask them?
Yeah, that's what you always ask them.
I do.
Yeah, you ask McCullough, you ask Parker, you ask all them coaches and what they feel about what's they take on AAU.
Well, you know, Chris don't know. I'm not a fan of AAU. I'm not. Well, I take that back. I'm not a fan of folks benefiting off of kids.
Right.
Taking these kids there, you know, across country, and I'm like, you know, you should be playing in Arkansas. This team they can barely win at the Kingdom. You taking them to Arkansas? Come on, folks is losing blood. You know, like, really? Come on. I mean, it's 1,000 AU. What do you think about AU right now?
I mean, the culture in general is overall right now is terrible. It's ego driven. I mean, it's parents or, you know, coaches that if they didn't get to a certain level, I'm gonna push this kid to get to the level that I didn't get to. And it's a microwave society. You know, everybody chasing, you know, the shoe deals, but not understanding the shoes is doing that because they see you coming. They see you gonna keep on trying to, you know, be on the Nike teams, be on the decent, which is nothing wrong with that if that's what you choose. But at the end of the day, like, people, every time I hear somebody saying, like, I'm preparing them to get to college, well, you need to be preparing them to get through college. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is like, the development and everything and where it starts is you know, obviously at home, and everything off the court carries over to on the court. And I just think the state of it, you know, right now is just so bad because you got kids going from team to team, right? Especially with this transfer portal going on. If I'm a coach and I'm recruiting somebody and I see you on this AAU team this weekend, this AAU team the next weekend, and with the transfer portal, if any adversity hit, he can just leave me. Why as a coach, why would I even offer you anything? Because I know adversity gonna hit.
Right.
You the ones that I saw playing on 7 AAU teams. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, you know, and I don't hold players hostage and everything, because obviously we have our AAU team, which is for the community base, but it's just like, I don't like the team because I'm trying to help you understand what you're about to face. And it got nothing necessarily to do with me, because if I stop my AAU teams right now, nothing is going to change my career.
Right.
Like, I don't need you your parents or anybody to validate my career and what I've been able to do. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like when the teachings and stuff that we try to implement, that's why you see me and you see us trying to bring other people around that actually been through the whole process and completed it. Because it's people that, you know, that didn't complete it that's trying to tell you, oh, this is what you got to do. No, that ain't it.
Right.
Because you're going to get to a point where the habits that you built, you're going to reach back for them, and they're not going to be there because you never understood how to build them properly.
Right.
And then you're going to be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So everybody like, oh, well, everybody doing it. That don't make it right. That means everybody is leading you in the wrong directions when it comes to certain things. And it's just funny to me that, you know, and it's all across the country. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You got people sacrificing, you know, to win a game or development to win a tournament or a game, and not understanding that you also sacrificing them from winning their life too. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing that, because you're not teaching them anything. You know what I'm saying? Like all the holdbacks. It should be a reason why you holding them back, and it shouldn't be like I heard kids saying, well, like asking some kids on my team, like you should be held back because you're going to have a better chance to get into college. What? Where? That don't make sense. Because you think about it, right? Like if somebody, let's say if you a 14-year-old, you know, 8th grader, and you get held back now, you're a 15-year-old 8th grader, and your jumper was broke when you was 14 as an 8th grader, you still have a broke jumper at 15 in the 8th grader. Because it's not about, like, it's this development piece. So that's where people are missing the whole point.
That AU coaches are lying to these kids?
Most definitely lying to them. That's why I said it's ego driven, right? Like, so we play games and, you know, and this is just in general because I can say it because I've been at every single level of it, where like teams that just want to trap the whole game. Like, and it don't matter if it's AAU, high school, whatever, you want to trap the whole game. Tell me what college game, what NBA game you see anybody
the whole game
or period in NBA.
Right.
Because it don't happen.
You trapping the NBA,
it's gonna be you go 1-2-2 or 2-2-1. That's gonna be pass fake, hit middle, pass fake, lob, dunk, and that's it. It don't happen. So it's like we feel like we be preparing guys for like because he working hard or he doing this. Okay, you got the working hard part, but where's the working smart? Because you're trying to lead them in something you never done and you never seen. And it's okay, like if you're doing that and you're in a position, but you're asking those that been through it and you accepting what they telling you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a difference where it's like, you know, because obviously I was the first pro in my family, but it made it easier because I could ask guys that, you know, been through it and their knowledge, although, you know, they didn't, you know, make it to the levels that I did, me being able to ask them about it allowed me to continue because they have some knowledge and have common sense about it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And now, like, I just think it's really ego driven, and it's sad to see, man. Like being home now, you know, full time and different things like that. It's sickening to see because everybody just caring only
all the kids
about
I
wins.
talk to about it. When I talk to them, I'm an AAU coach. I'm AAU. I'm EYBL. I swear I'm EYBL. I'm like, what is EYBL? I mean, okay, what's the big deal? You know, you still losing.
Right.
you still taking L's. Hey, how'd y'all do this weekend? Man, you know, bruh, we won 2. How many you lose? We won 2, we lost 4. What the hell y'all go for? What y'all doing?
They happen though. They're not. If it's only one EYBL program in the state of Ohio in each state.
Hey man, let me tell you. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Right.
I mean, but that's just like how you saying, like, you know, maybe lying, right? Like there's no sponsored team outside of a high school team, right? Like there's no sponsorships under 8th grade down. There's no sponsorships. Period.
Yeah, they be telling me.
No, and I don't. There's no.
I'm gonna say I called flack about. I spoke on the team, the 5th grade team that won the national championship. I guess I called flack about them because I said The coach went on there and he said, "A good dude. I'm not knocking him. He's a good dude." And I'm assuming they have a really good team. And he was talking about how they're ranked number 1 in the country, and I said, "Well, who the hell ranked you?"
I don't get into that. I don't get into that.
Who can rank a 5th grader or 4th grader? Who can rank that? I don't understand that. I mean, how do you rank that? And so I said to him on inbox, I said, it's good. The best thing you can do for them guys right now is keep them together and keep the demons away from them.
For sure.
And I don't think he understood what I said by the demons. I said, I've known a lot of kids that come up and 8th grader, number 1 8th grader in Ohio, or number 5 8th grader, and don't transition to high school. They done got a little taste of a girl. They done smoked a blunt.
They didn't grow.
Yeah, they didn't grow anymore.
They didn't fix their jump shot.
Yeah, and then it's over with. So I'm telling him, like, hey man, the best thing you can do is keep them kids together and keep all the devils and the devilish things away from them. That's the best thing you can do. I'm not saying it's not a good team, and kudos to them, but to say they're gonna quit crowning these kids so early. It's gotten to the point now. Oh man, this 7th grade team is the best team I've ever seen. Let's see if they grow some more. Let's see if they get better. This kid is the best I've seen. You're crowning kids, and then they feel like, well, I ain't got to work anymore because everybody's praising me. Yeah. Everybody's saying I'm the best.
But I think, with that, that team, it shows that, Dayton got young talent.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Most definitely shows that. And you look at all of the top teams when you go from Pennsylvania to Indiana and all the top teams that came through Ohio, at least 2 or 3 kids was from Dayton. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get into the rankings or anything. I don't do any of that. But it's just going back to the point of there's no sponsor teams because whatever people feel or believe, so obviously I had a Nike deal and stuff like that. I don't care who you are. They're not giving money. It's a business. They're not giving money if they're not making a return on investment. They're not returning on there's no return on investment for kids that's under high school.
Right.
And even sometimes high school, it's a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just it just comes back to that, man. And but like I said, the team that won the nationals and everything. That's great. That just shows that we got talent in our area, and that just goes to the point of what I said earlier. We talk about how we can become a better community that support each other, because at the end of the day, for me, I've been there. So at the end of the day, it's I don't care about, I give you the answers, I give you the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Because you haven't done that yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just, and I don't know, man. It's just crazy, just the state that AAU is in, man.
He can tell you. I tell him this all the time. When he come home or whatever, and him and my mom talking about stuff people been saying on Facebook.
Oh no, she talk about stuff people been saying. I don't say nothing. I don't do that.
Stuff they've been saying on Facebook and what this person said and what this person did and whatever. I tell him all the time, he doesn't have to do anything. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to come talk to your son and try to get him to come want to play with him. He don't gotta go talk to this parent and try to steal no kids from this program. If I'm a 7th grader, 8th grader, or whatever, and I want to be good and I want to be great, why wouldn't I want to go play for somebody?
Remember, that goes back to what I said in the beginning of the show. Why aren't kids coming to talk to you and picking your brain? Why aren't they coming to you saying, "Hey, Chris, how you doing?"
It's hard though, and they're gonna see how involved he is with his AAU program, and with it's not just he didn't just slap
with everything.
He didn't just slap his name on the front of their jersey. And
but it is right, and it is.
See that you learning from.
But it's one of them things where because I said it at our experience camp. It's one of them things where because in our city, right, for the most part, you can pick up the phone or you can show up and you'll see us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's a thing that we take for granted that people don't understand the level of sacrifice that you really have to put in to get to a certain level.
Well, I look at your team as this. I respect it. I don't follow AAU like that, but I respect it. I hear these teams out here, these mom and pop teams, you know, that pop up. Oh, I play. There's a kid right now in trouble. He's going to be a sophomore. He's 6'5", 300 pounds.
I know what you're talking about.
And he's playing AAU. And I'm looking like, why? Why are you playing AAU, son? But you got folks lying to him. Oh, you can play this. He can't play man-to-man defense. You know, why quit lying to these kids? Tell these kids the truth. And I think the coach that he has talks to him and tells him the truth. Like, man, you're just on the team. You're not really a factor out here. But you got kids out here that believe that they are true factors. And I'm listening and I'm hearing them. You know, and so I'm like, you didn't make the high school team. How the hell you think you legit? You didn't make JV. I mean, come on. You know, it's bananas out here. I think the city as a whole, I think what you're trying to do is to provide space for the kids to play, to bring those. You really be a fool not to play in your program right now. You know, there's been some great programs come out of here. Of course, we go back to the Mohawks.
Parkside Panthers, baby.
Parkside.
Indeed.
With Mo.
Yes, sir.
Great programs. The Airmen, great programs. I think the pilots, Parker was really involved with, you know, building the pilots program. And I think what you're doing now is an awesome program. I don't know about the Nets too much. The Nets had a program.
I mean, but just to that point, man. But I give that first, man. I want to too, man. So with our team too, man. Like obviously, you know, right before COVID hit, like we scrapped that. I had 14 teams right before COVID on the boys and the girls side. But you know, even with the start of the post grad thing this year, I gotta thank Tony Dixon because, you know, when he called me when they were sophomores, they was going their sophomore years, and he like, man, like I want to bring Dayton Wolves under flight, right? When you look at that, that's it was no Eagles involved,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And those kids, you know, out of that group, you know, when we had our post grad, we had 12 kids on the team last year. We had 10 scholarship athletically offered, and then we had 2 academic. But that shows like how when you come together and there's no egos involved, what can happen. So I appreciate Tony, right, for bringing
coach.
For sure, because they trusted me, because they knew me from, you know, playing, they knew my name, stuff like that, but they trusted me because of Tony.
Because of Tony.
You know what I'm saying? So when they came under, you know, flight and everything, and, you know, obviously he went from wearing blue to red, by the way. So I know that was tough for him, but at the end of the day, so what? But so it was just one of them things where it's just like, I think, you know, for me, it's just like, that is just an example of when you take egos, and also Coach O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? When you take like those 2 guys, they called me at the end of the day when they won. It was they won the USBA Nationals, and then they went down and they was playing the EYBL Open and everything. And that team, people don't even know, like those teams actually played on some EYBL circuit stops.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So most definitely I have to. Like, it ain't about flight. It ain't about whatever. It's the city, and I thank Tony for bringing those guys
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying, like to flight. And then those are the kids that, you know, and even when Ant started with Tony and Coach O'Neal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and everything that they've done, everything they was able to accomplish, like, most definitely was a big help, you know, for our program. You know what I'm saying? But if he didn't do that, who knows? Like, yeah, we still would have continued and build, but it happened the way it happened, and I would be remiss if I didn't, you know what I'm saying, let him know that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate him for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for that, like, some of those kids wouldn't have trusted me and trusted flight like they did.
I just saw a thing where one of your former players, Will,
Yep.
Will Hill was in the game with Juwan State.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that was it TBT or
Yeah, the TBT. There was a scrimmage before the TBT started.
Yeah, and I saw that, and Will Hill. That was a phenomenal thing for him to. Let's get this understood. At Flight Academy, you started Flight Academy, a program, a prep school.
Yeah.
To give these kids an option after high school if they didn't get the offers that they thought they could get.
Right.
So you gave them an outlet to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go to Flight Academy, and I can play here on this prep team." And last year was your first year, first year, inaugural year. You're doing it, and I think some people Facebook they're gonna talk trash.
It's all
comments
good.
Gonna come, and so I just I read some of the comments because you got to read the good and the bad. For
sure.
I did that with Yappy a lot. I would read the comments and the hate that was coming towards me and Yappy. I'm like, man, you don't even know what he's talking about. But back to your program, I just want to ask somebody. I'm going to ask SMED. Anybody else around here got a prep team?
No way, man.
Anybody else building this with what's going on right now?
Nah.
See, this is a part of your flowers, man. Because those guys didn't have that before. Now, how many guys you got out of that program went Division I?
One.
One person. Now let me explain something. So people say only one person went Division I. So how many guys are going to school from that team?
12.
Huh?
12 out of 12.
Is that 100%?
Yeah.
Is he batting 1,000? That's what I'm saying. Because people don't understand. You got a chance to go to school for free. You're going to school for free now. That's what it's all about. Right. That's what you're doing it for. It's not I'm going to put this kid at Ohio State. I ain't never heard you say that. Right. You're just giving these guys an outlet. He didn't have that before Flight Academy. Those guys didn't have those offers before Flight Academy. You were building something, and it took some time to build, like a building does. You just can't throw bricks out there and say, "Hey, there's my building, there's the Taj Mahal."
Chris, how do you have to have graduated in order to come to the prep school?
Yeah.
Or no?
The post-grad.
Post-grad.
I can't tell you everything right now.
Right.
Yes, the post-grad. And then we got middle school, too.
Post-grad, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We got middle school, too. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but you got to be, it's for graduates. We partner with Sinclair. They handle all of our, academics and everything and educational side, and we handle the athletic side. But, we also have educators and everything that helps, tutoring and everything as well.
What was the school that Juwan State went to with Carmelo Anthony?
Oak Hill. Yeah.
But is that similar to a
so
prep
that's a high school prep. It is a prep school. That's a high school prep. Yep. And for traditionally they only take juniors and seniors. Traditionally, but yeah, that's a boarding school.
Right.
So, but it's still a prep.
Okay. So y'all like y'all in the same area, but yours is just post-grad.
Yeah, ours post-grad, but it is kids that play post-grad that are high school kids that plays post-grad, and depending on the setup of the team and the organization.
But your target is, let me get high school players, graduates come in. If you didn't pass your ACT or if you didn't have a GPA high enough to get into a Division II or Division I school,
right? That
we're going to assist you in doing that. We're going to put you in some game situations. You're going to travel and you're going to play.
Right. Yeah.
And that was not here before. If that had been here for years prior to this, then you would see a lot more guys from Dayton, in a basketball setting out there. We didn't have this, and for you to bring this idea and bring these things to the Dayton area, and even with your football program, I know you're getting guys from up northeast Ohio. You're giving them an outlet to come and play, man. I mean, to continue to play, and that's huge, man. I don't care if you go 0-20, 0-30. You're giving these guys an outlet and giving them a chance to go on to the next level. And I know things can't do anything but get better.
Right.
I know it. I know it for a fact because I know your grind. I know you guys are a great team. You got Rob Hunter in there with you. You got a great team with you.
Appreciate it.
Your cousin is a family bass thing, and y'all, I don't never see you guys just arguing. It's just everything is on the chord. Because first off, I know the mayor ain't gonna let it get out of control.
Right. She ain't.
No, she's not. If I on the mayor, I call her the mayor. The mayor of Trotwood, Ernestine Grizzly. The mayor. That's why I answer to. I don't answer to. Okay, I ain't gonna. I answer to her though, but it just you'll continue Flowers, man, just to do what you do. I just watch you and I see you interact with the kids. And how the kids look up at you and how you just, you blossom towards them, man.
Appreciate it.
That's a gift, man. God has chosen you to do this. God chose you to do this. You didn't choose to do this. God chose you because you could still be playing overseas right now.
Yeah, I got an offer already. I told him nah. Just got one a couple months ago.
You could still be playing overseas, man, getting paid. But you're getting paid in a different way right now because you're getting paid with blessings.
Sure.
Everything's just going to keep coming your way because God going to keep on throwing it to you. He
Appreciate
said,
it.
thank you. Thank you for being a shepherd for my sheep. That's all y'all because I'm watching all y'all just, of course I'm older than all y'all, but just to watch y'all to go from where y'all came from and the struggle that you came up, your struggles coming up, everybody's life wasn't hunky-dory, everybody wasn't $100,000 wasn't being made in everybody's household. And to get where you are now to be, I always say, Duke already know, I say this, pain of success or pain of regret, which one do you want? And you chose the pain of success because you have sacrificed a lot to be where you are now. And I thank you. Trotwood thanks you. The city of Dayton thanks you.
Appreciate it.
The hoop community thanks you because, again, you gave us epic battles with you and Dunbar. Epic. Those games, listen, man. People talk about those games for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Those games going to be talked about. It's like Bam's games going to be talked about for the rest of his life. It's going to be games where he gets with his buddies. When I saw him about a month ago, and we chopped it up and had a great time talking about those games. And it was just, it's awesome, man, when you feel that way. Duke's going to talk about the transformation from 2-8 to 8-2 for the rest of your life. And then to talk about the things you do for y'all don't sit around and brag. We did this during the tornadoes. We were out here and we did this and I ain't never heard you say that. I ain't never heard you talk about it. You just show up and do it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You just show up and do it. And I know y'all can continue to do things to uplift the community. And I just
appreciate you, man.
I appreciate y'all for being on here. But I got one more question for all y'all. Bam, starting with you. Come on. Give me your top 5 MCs in order.
Can't do it in order, man.
Tell me what the MC is. Nah, I'm just.
Oh.
Nah, no particular order. I ain't gonna do no particular order. But so I'm gonna say Wayne.
Who?
Lil Wayne. Weezy.
Who? This is your top 5. I'm just messing with you.
This is, with you, like I said, I was born in '94.
Okay,
so,
okay.
This middle school listening.
I'll give you Lil Wayne. I like Wayne.
Lil Wayne, Super Future.
Who? Future? He said Super Future. Yeah, I thought, is this somebody else named Future?
Super Future.
Okay, that's 2.
You said it's got to be rappers though. It can't be just artists. Period.
Rappers.
Rappers.
Yeah,
Okay.
rappers.
So Wayne, Future. I was a crazy T.I. fan.
Yeah, you
Okay.
Crazy
Yeah, I like
T.I.
T.I.
fan back in the day.
Bam was listening to trap music. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Cause him.
Jeezy. Oh, there you go.
Jeezy.
Jeezy. Give me one more.
I used to ride in the back of the Bonneville with him when I was like.
And he banging Jeezy.
That's all you heard. And man, this is my dude right now. Like this one of my favorite artists right now. So I'm gonna throw him in there. Me.
Okay, I like me.
Yep.
I give you, that's nice top 5. Before I come to you, Duke, I'm gonna ask SMED. SMED,
Yo,
give me 3.
3,
3.
Tupac, for sure. We talking lyricists or artists?
Lyricists. Who you like?
Lyricists.
Lyricists,
Future not really a
MCs.
lyricist.
Yeah.
Future just an artist. He make good music.
Well, I'm gonna go with Pac. One from my old school, I'll go KRS-One.
Ooh.
And on the new school side, I'm riding with Gucci, Future, Gucci. Which one? I like listening to Future a little bit more, but Gucci, you can ride all day to Gucci.
Okay, all right. Duke, talk to me. Give me your 5.
5 up. You want me to go 5 up?
From 5 to 1.
I can't do that.
Ooh, that's tough.
I'll tell you already.
I go.
Well, give me your 5.
Now, Pac number 1 for me.
Okay. See, I like that.
Pac
That was a
number
little
1.
different.
Yeah.
Pac number 2 for me.
Okay.
Number 1 for me is Weezy.
Wayne.
Okay.
Wayne.
Yeah.
That's your era.
Wayne.
Yeah.
3, Busta Rhymes.
Ooh.
I was a big Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Right.
Back in the day.
That's why you had the
4.
dreads.
Nah. I had
You had the dreads, boy. I'm like, that's why you had dreads like that.
I'll say 4 Jeezy and I'll throw a 5 in there for a newer artist that I like is Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, really? Isn't he from Chicago?
Nah, from Philly.
Philly?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I say Lil Uzi.
Okay. Darren Bird.
Bird.
Give me 3, Darren.
I'm gonna give you 5.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dougie
give me
Fresh.
5, Darren.
Dougie Fresh.
Tupac.
Yeah.
Biggie. Too Short.
Short dog.
Lil Baby. And I like Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
I saw, yeah.
Jack Harlow, the white boy?
Yeah,
I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, I'm listening to Jack Harlow right now.
Nah, I'm on that breezy all day.
Yeah.
That breezy.
Hey.
1
Is
to
that by Jack
24.
Harlow?
Nah.
You
Nah.
need to get on that
Chris Brown.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's
He rap now?
Man,
Nah.
I mean, he do everything.
I just asked, man. I just asked.
Come on, man.
You don't dance
He
anymore?
changed his sound.
Listen.
Me and Kobe and you about the same. I'm unaware.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Nah, he changed it up,
Breezy?
SMED, though. Nah,
Is
he
he?
1 to
changed it up a
24,
lot.
you can listen to every song.
Yeah.
Who on Chris
On the
Breezy?
new
That
one.
new
Yep.
one,
That new
that
one.
breezy, you can listen to.
How long has it been out?
Since last week,
About a week.
2 weeks
About a
ago.
week. Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
listen to
We'll
it.
just stay in Vegas. Yeah, he released the album. Now he gonna have Stay in Vegas and everything. Him and Lil Baby on tour.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, they
okay.
call it Columbus.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Chris Brown is a superstar, especially to the young king.
Yeah.
I mean, me too. I mean, it ain't, you know.
Right.
Okay, Chris, before you give yours, I'm gonna give you a couple I like. Of course, I'm gonna tell y'all my number 1 is Rakim. He's
Yeah.
the greatest,
Oh,
greatest
that's
lyricist
real.
to me,
Right.
you know, of all time. I'm going straight lyrics, people with lyrics.
Yes.
I'm a Cube fan. Cube, Scarface,
Yes.
Tupac, Biggie.
Yes.
Bam.
There you go.
A bonus, Nas. The Nas new stuff, man, is just. What? Oh, man, you got good. Hey,
Disclaimer. Only reason Scarface is boo to me is because my brother used to listen to him, and he used to just like sound like hot garbage. Whatever it was he was playing the Scarface on, it just sounded horrible. And this
Face was the best rapper in the world.
I
at a point
used to play that Scarface. I used to be like, bro, this is
Like, what is this?
Buck like Scarface and Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang.
I love
can't-
Wu-Tang.
I can't deal with it.
What?
I can't.
Egg
listen
nah.
to that.
I'm East Coast. I like East Coast. I like all
Never
rap.
say-
I'm
I like
against
all
the
rap.
East Coast.
Wu Tang on.
But Wu-Tang is nice, man. Wu-Tang,
One or two songs, and after that.
man, the Shaolin, man, come on, man. Wu-Tang.
Rob Hunter said special ed.
No.
Stay in Vandalia.
Yeah. Talk to me, Chris. Give me 5.
Say Wayne, Drake,
Okay.
Future.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Chris Brown. I don't care. That's 1.
Hey, he gonna be at the show. Yes, Chris.
Nah.
He probably got his tickets out.
There you go. Hey, listen. Who else? And then it's tough.
Scarface.
No.
Come on, give me that buzzer, Peter.
Nah, it's got to be Pop. And then the bonus, I'll say Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby. Yeah.
Now I'm coming back over to you, Bam. Give me your Mount Rushmore football players.
5.
3.
Oh.
3.
Mount Rushmore is
man,
Poe.
my first 2 off the rip, man. My favorite, like you said, I play safety. My favorite football players of all time is Sean Taylor and Ed Reed. My 2 favorite football players.
I can't knock you on that.
Ray Lewis. Dang, do I gotta name somebody from the offense? I name all defensive people. I used to be a big Chad Bailey fan, man. Big Chad Bailey fan back in the day.
Yeah.
He used to strap up. So what that's for? And I'm gonna say Marshall Faulk too.
Oh, nice
Greatest
pick.
show on turf.
Okay, nice pick.
You know your Rams fan.
Yeah. Holler at me, Duke. Give me 5. Your Mount Rushmore.
Junior Seau,
Ooh.
best linebacker in football.
Yeah. Big feet. He was 16.
You know I'm a Chargers fan, so I would stick with most of my Chargers.
Yeah.
Jeff Graham,
Okay.
Yes.
It's your partner.
Danian Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
LT.
Yes, sir.
Edrin James,
Okay.
and Deion Sanders.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. Chris, give me your basketball. Your 5.
Jordan, Bron, Kobe. It's easy. I mean, that's easy.
Yes.
And then Shaq.
Yeah, he thought he was Shaq.
Yeah, I said, yeah, that was my favorite player growing up. And then Trace McGrady, that's my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Trace McGrady. Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
A little story, we used to be in Summer Square when we was younger, when we was kids, and like the basketball court was a rim in the tunnels. So he always wanted to go toward the tunnels so he could dunk. Like, I was like, man, you ain't gonna be able to dunk the rest of your life.
Wrong.
Wrong. Right.
I just windmilled last week.
Wrong.
I just windmilled last week. Easy. Still dunking too.
Easy work.
Easy. Yeah, my kids be like, oh, you can't dunk? All right, come here, let me show you.
Right.
But
Well, this time I want to give y'all, 2 minutes to, close out. Anything you want to say to the community, go ahead, Bam.
Man, like you said, man, we try to get back as much as we can. I got a 1-year-old. She about 17 months now, so now I'm feeling a little more comfortable, and I'm gonna start getting out a little bit more than I have been over the last year and a half. Getting out and trying to give some knowledge back more than I can. I'm gonna be coming up there, stopping up there with y'all. Try to get some knowledge. Be coming over there. So yeah, man, I really, like you said, you ain't never heard me talk like this, man, and I never did, really. So,
Right.
That boy done grew up.
It's more, I'm really more intrigued with sharing the knowledge that I've gained,
Right.
and it's something that I really like to do. So,
God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Hitting these practices, man.
That sounds good. Duke, holler at me, man.
All right, y'all know, I got the 5-year-old now. She 5.
Right.
Tall as an 8-year-old. She doing a little soccer and swim now, but I'm gonna try to get back out there to travel with a little bit. Just stop past there to see y'all, cause I miss it, but
I know.
the little one need my
She
attention.
needs your attention more than that.
Yeah, so she always asking me, "Where you going? Can I go to work with you?" since my job is fun now, so she come to work with me. But everybody look out for Flight Academy on every aspect, because we got Wizard Kelly over here. Right. You don't know what's gonna pop up. Nah, just trying to show love to everybody when I see them, and I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I know me and Bam talked that night. We were hanging out. Just by having a child shows you a whole different meaning of love. Just a whole different. I saw the sparkle in your eye when you talk about your daughter, just, that's a whole different thing. That's my life. I'm going to give everything I got for that child. So now you know why your mamas go so hard. Cookie go hard. Cookie go hard in the paint.
She was watching my daughter today.
Yeah. She was telling, who are you? I'm sorry, Cookie. But, and your mom, just how hard she goes for y'all, So, Chris.
Man, appreciate you, man. First, just being able to talk about everything. Got to thank God, what I'm saying, first, man. And, because for him wouldn't be possible. Most definitely my mom, my family. My mom sacrificed so much, for us. And so for us to be able to be sitting here talking about the things that, we never knew was going to happen, but we knew was possible.
Right.
And not fearing failure, but failing to fear. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I don't have fear when I'm, doing the things that, I'm doing, man. And most definitely, shout out to 6th grade team. We won nationals
Congratulations.
Down in Myrtle Beach. Yeah, appreciate that. And then also our 5th grade team won nationals in the silver division. And shout out to our 7th grade team. Got second in nationals. And then also our 4th grade team got second. This past weekend in the Kingdom. And shout out to all of the AAU teams out there. And just know that flight is homegrown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a resource. At the end of the day, it's like I'm from here. So just want to be able to help build our kids up. You know what I'm saying? So when Flight Academy started, a lot of people shied away from it because they thought it was only, team flight. But I'm flight, and flight was built right here. Shout out to Coach Free, giving me the name Top Flight. You know what I mean? So 14 years old, jumped from the free throw line. Yeah, man. So I just, I appreciate, all the support and the love. You know what I'm saying? And, good or bad, I'm gonna keep pushing. Because at the end of the day, like, no matter how much, money you made in your life, you can't take the money with you, but the knowledge you can. So at the end of the day, I'm always, share and give, real answers.
Right.
Because I want to prepare you for what you're going to go through, not what you're going to get to. And again, just shout out, to everybody that support me and my family. And September 3rd is the opening of the Flight Fit Kids Club. It's specialized in only for kids that are age 0 to 9, and it's interactive learning. So you learn reading and mathematics through fitness activities and sports. You know what I'm saying? So got birthday parties, got bounce houses, race car track, those type of things. But for me, wanting to be able to get kids to understanding that also sports is not the only way, because you can be the person that keep the person on the court, that keep the player on the court. So just again, man, just thank you to all that support, me, Flight, my family. And again, like September 3rd, it's in Vandalia, 732 West National. It's the old Hawks Pharmacy right across from the airport. So September 3rd is the grand opening of that. So be on the lookout, for our announcements on that. Yeah, bring the kids.
Tell me about that one. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. And then, obviously the facility is on the way, and we'll continue to,
when the
make it.
Facility get up, I'm retired now, so
yeah.
I'll be that old man sitting up there with a security uniform on, too small. Hey, boy, sit down there, boy, get out of here.
Yeah, but
I need to have parts of that. So.
Yeah, I appreciate that though. I mean, at the end of the day, man, like this is the first time, I actually done an interview, since I've been retired, 10 years pro, and again, everything I do is
special.
for, yeah, it's for the city, man. It's for my city, and you only get one home.
The city and the
That's
culture.
it, man. That's it. So
man, that's beautiful, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. You are a beautiful human being, man. A humanitarian, just a guy that just constantly gives and gives and gives. I'm gonna tell you what else we should have had on the show. Should have had your mom here.
we said they can. Yeah, we would have said her, and Uncle Jake couldn't come because we wouldn't have been able to talk.
And
And then she was on the phone. Don't be talking about my brother. This is
Right.
So, you know, but we should. We can bring him. We can bring him back. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Because everything that they've done just is instilled into you all.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like she gonna call me like, you on Carrie's show tomorrow. I'm like, all right.
Oh, wait a minute, dude, let me show you something else. No, you think she gonna tell? You think she told you? Oh, hold on, partner. Hold on, partner. Duke coming. I said, he can. Okay. Yeah, please. There's Duke coming too. All right, okay, mayor. So she my mayor. She my boss. She tell me what to do. She come get on me. You know, we got the little chicken hawk call when, you know, when she come up to the field. Jeff might be saying some choice words. I might be saying some choice words, and the kids will start making bird calls. That means Miss Ernestine is coming. Like Debo. Here comes
Right.
Debo. Stuff up. Here comes Debo. Get over you. But she's just an example of just who you all are.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You know, first thing I know that I knew about all y'all is God is first.
Most definitely.
God is first. And I want to tell you this, man. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming here. I was in the show and I'm talking about God. And God is the reason. He has done wonders for me and the people around me. And he told me, talk to SMED, do this show, get these folks these flowers. You know, let it be known of what their accomplishments and the things that they've done for the community and continue to do. And that's what I wanted to do. That's all I try to, do this for. And I thank you all so much, man, because this is powerful. I mean, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Me and Dan, we bringing heat. You know, every time we come on this mic, man, we got heat coming. You know, to the point we've had the best of the best here. We've had the best of the best, and we're gonna continue to keep doing the best that we can get. You know, and come on here and talk about their life and their story, and you guys, man. Football. I'm pointing at Freezer. He's not here, but Freezer, football, basketball. I mean, and there was others in your family that were just as talented. Your uncle, UD,
Road, Kansas State.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
AP.
Big bikes.
Yep.
Right. I mean, y'all can go. Y'all list.
Yeah, me and our cousin, we played on the same team in Toronto. Dwight Bikes that went to Marquette. That's our cousin too. And then obviously AP, Adrian. That's our cousin. Yeah.
That was your cousin too?
Yep. Yeah.
Shout out, rest in peace, AP.
Yeah.
Dayton had some hellfire talent come through here. I
For
saw
sure.
a picture of you on AP.
Yeah.
On your page, I was looking at it. I was still getting pictures.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I saw you thieving.
I ain't no graphic designer. So
I know, yeah. You ain't got that.
Photoshop and put it together,
You ain't got that.
Make it look good. SMED do all that other stuff, man. SMED. But I want to thank y'all again, man. I thank God for blessing us today and then having these gentlemen here today. And when you get a chance, go support Flight Academy. Again, he's got something September 3rd out on National Road.
732 West National.
West National. Be there. Support Dayton. Support these young men and everything that they're trying to do. Don't knock it. Come be a part of it. Find a way, find your niche to help. Not to knock anything down. That's for anybody that goes that's doing anything in the city. Again, even with that 5th grade team that I talk about, kudos to y'all. I hope y'all stay together. I hope y'all continue to win championships. I do. I want everybody to have success. I do. So keep working, keep grinding. I think we're trying to get I'm working on a guy tomorrow that played in the Super Bowl. We're going to try and do a special show tomorrow. I'm going to talk to SMED some more about it. Working on Mark Baker being here next week. The shows are going to start coming to really an end. to some degree because I'm in football mode. I came straight here from football practice, and I'm going in search of my 4th state championship. I'm just telling you, that's what I'm trying to do. And for me to do that, I got to be there. So I can't be focused on this and not be focused on that because they're going to talk about me on Yappy. They're going to talk about me bad. So again, thank you. Thank my partner, Darren Bird, my brother, his little shirt on. Thank my guy, SMED.
Appreciate you, Brody.
For allowing us to be here. SMED, y'all don't understand. SMED is here from 5 in the morning to 10 or 11 o'clock at night. He laughing, he gonna tell the truth. So thank him. Check out his news. They do a news thing every day. Check it out. Get some knowledge, people. Get some knowledge. We're gonna be coming up with some things we're gonna talk about for the community that we're working on. So I'm gonna definitely have these young men here to be a part of it. And we're gonna try and do some big things for the city. So check us out, man. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm working on Marcus Bailey. Played for the Bengals last year in the Super Bowl. Dayton Flames native. So check us out. We on here tomorrow.
Yep.
If not, I'll have a Shake and Bake next week. Shake and Bake is all across. He flies everywhere. He gone. Thank you and good night. Love.
Man, peace,
appreciate
everybody. See y'all tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars hot tronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
We get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
Don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops? What's up, Smokey? I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man. Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Don't ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they say?
They said it's slow for real.
I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night.
Of course you can.